almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees.
Lorne?
What?
What's going on?
I'm giving you no fucking bullshit of what's going on. You want that fucking therapist, you can go get him. I will never fucking call you again. I'll never text you again. I'll never talk to you again. You'll have no fucking worry about me.
So when we last spoke, you and I had agreed that we would see other people. That's what we agreed on.
But I told you I wasn't very happy about anything that has been going on either. And it all started with that fucking therapist. And I am not going to be insulted and hurt by you anymore. You cheated on me with that cocksucker, and...
How did I cheat on you?
You went on a fucking date with him, Ramona.
I can't tell if you're crying or what.
You went on a date with him, and I asked you not to go. You disrespected me then.
Wait. Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying.
I thought you were. Okay, continue.
Then you disrespected me more by putting that cocksucker on a fucking three-way with me, and he flirted with him after he calls me a fucking loser. That guy is a fucking loser. He is one fucking royal-ass fucking loser. He's probably fucking painting off of daddy's money. That's how he fucking affords the shit he does. I don't give a fuck about his money anyway. You want his money, you go get it. Telling you right now, if you want me, you better get the fuck away from that cocksucker, because I'm not sticking around for this bullshit.
So the break that I had called and the fact that we had decided to see other people has all of a sudden changed.
It's all of a sudden changed because that cocksucker's in the picture, and you put him there from the beginning. And I'm not playing the game anymore.
I didn't know we were playing a game.
I'm a changed person, and I'm not a fucking toy that's going to be played with.
Who said that you were a toy?
That's what you're treating me like, as a fucking toy. You were supposed to call me yesterday. You didn't call me.
Okay, Lorne?
You call me today. The only reason we're on the fucking phone is because Emma called you, and because I was on three-way, and I didn't want Emma to have to lie to you.
Okay, Lorne?
That's the only reason you're even talking to me today. Otherwise, you would have been on the phone with the therapist. You know why? Because you called him first for support for something that was going on with you that you was upset about. And normally, you had always called me first before anybody. So do you imagine how hurt that makes me?
Again, Lorne?
He's not even your therapist. He's not even your therapist. He's somebody that wants to date you.
Again,
professional from the beginning.
I just can't get a word in edgewise. Okay, continue.
Why not? The therapist does. You don't mind if the therapist cuts me off when I talk. He talks a lot, so he's like guys that talk a lot.
Well, you're not a changed man, and here's how I know. Because when I said that I wanted to break...
That therapist paint me as a bad guy in your mind anyway. You go by every fucking thing he said.
When I said that... First of all, when he's on the phone, I defend you. Now, when
but you also call him, and you don't call me.
I don't call him. Yesterday, he came over here, and he cooked a shitload of food for me because he knows I can't walk.
Yeah.
That's what a friend does.
No, he's not. He's going to be more of a friend to you, and you know it. Emma sees it. You're being blind to it.
As I was saying,
especially when he's come right out and told you.
But here's the thing. So I'm supposed to be on the couch in pain. People are doing things for me. He's cooking for me. Bro is doing all sorts of things, cleaning up after me, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm supposed to have the wherewithal to call you to deal with the fact that every other day you say a different thing. And in the case of today, it's that, oh, well, I cheated on you because I said, let's see other people. And you agreed to that.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't going to see anybody else.
I told you to see other people, Lorne.
What you told me and what I was going to do was two different things. I denied me because I'm in love with you. No, in my mind, it would have been cheating.
But Lorne, this is not love.
So I'm completely over you. It's considered cheating to me. It's
Okay,
not love. It's when you disrespect me as much as what I disrespected you before.
Okay, so here's the thing.
And you did it worse because you actually cheated on me and went on those dates.
Okay, so you can go to Dunkin' Donuts to meet someone for sex, but because somebody came over...
It was also when I was messed up, too. I'm not messed up anymore.
Oh, so...
I've never been around to see that.
So randomly, you're not messed up anymore, but yet you're accusing me of cheating because somebody came over here to cook dinner for me.
Did you go on a date with him?
No.
When I asked you not to go.
I have not gone on a date with him. We went out to dinner. We've not gone on a date.
You went out to dinner. He paid for it. He came and picked you up, dropped you off. That's a date, Ramona. That's
okay, and you went out to Applebee's.
Yeah, but guess what I talked about?
I don't know, but you went to Applebee's with
you told me to. I wasn't going to go. You told me to. You told me don't stand her up. Don't do that to her. So I went.
Well, don't say that it's cheating.
And you went over to the therapist's house that night too. I bet the topic of conversation at the therapist's house was not me. The topic of conversation on my date was you. Because I told her everything.
Well then, Lorne, if it's over, then it's over.
I don't want it to be over, but I'm not going to keep putting up with you fucking going to a therapist first over me after we've always gone to each other.
I did not notice
that. Shit is hurtful and it's very insulting to me.
Well, you don't know.
I know he's after you.
Okay, Lorne, you don't know what happened today.
No. You know why? Because you called him first and not me.
I did not call him. My brother called him. My brother and I had a huge fight today. We never fight. It just doesn't happen. And we had a huge fight today.
I'm going to read the text messages. Emma didn't say that you called her or that you called him. I'm going to read the message that Emma sent to me.
Okay, Emma told you something. I'm telling you what happened.
Well, I'm telling you, she did not tell me that you called him.
Okay, I don't care what she said. I'm telling you what happened. Maybe she heard wrong. Maybe when I was... What?
She said, hello, I just spoke with Ramona. She said something happened and she would be calling you this afternoon. I hope everything is okay. She was upset, did not elaborate. Other than that, the therapist is helping her through it right now.
Yeah. My brother called the therapist. I had nothing to do with it. His involvement had nothing to do with me. Now, I can tell you what happened.
Well, I'd like to know what happened. I'd also like to still know about your surgery. I haven't found that out yet. Been wanting to know that for a week.
Okay, Lorne, we can talk about my surgery another time. The point is that you've done nothing but try to stress me out since my surgery. That's the point.
I have not done. No, I have not.
Yeah, Lorne,
I've been very good.
Okay,
Lorne, very good. I've been very much wanting to have you and get better. That's why I haven't called you. I haven't even texted you because I don't want to bother you. I want you to be able to sleep.
Okay, now here's my question. Now that you've said that beautiful...
I didn't even really mean to text you at 11 o'clock. I didn't even realize it was 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah, there's that. So, yeah.
I'll tell you about that because I didn't realize that it was 11 o'clock. I got off the phone with Emma. I didn't even know what time it was, and I was so tired. I went to bed and fell asleep. And when I woke up, I didn't even think to look at the clock, and I just texted you letting you know that I'm here. But I still laid in bed because I didn't know when you were going to call.
And
you know that I had the phone there.
And isn't it a crying shame that no cell phone on this planet has the time on it, Lorne?
It does, but I didn't look because I didn't.
Isn't it a crying
I was
shame?
tired. I just woke up.
Isn't it a crying shame that you're tired, you just woke up, but yet you managed to type me a coherent message after 11 o'clock, and I asked you not to text me or call me after 10. I've asked you that many times. It never happens. You don't respect that.
I try to be honest with you about it.
You try to be honest.
I should have known that was going to backfire in my face.
Lorne, here's the thing.
I am not stressing you out because I have not called you or texted you.
Okay, so when I'm asleep at 11 o'clock.
Didn't even realize that it was 11 o'clock.
Okay, when I'm asleep at 11 o'clock and my phone goes off.
I told Emma the next day that I didn't realize it was 11 o'clock. Huh?
But see, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I didn't realize.
Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it doesn't work for you, but I'm being honest, and that's what I care about. So,
okay, yeah, I'm sure that this time that you're being honest, it doesn't matter to you.
I'm being honest because if I would have noticed the time, I would not have texted you. But I was laying in bed and I just woke up and realized that I hadn't texted you, and letting you know that I'm right here whenever you're ready to call.
Lorne.
I did that, and I didn't even realize till the next day.
Lorne, stop. Just stop, okay? What happened yesterday is not any different than what has happened every single week, at least one time, every single week since I asked you to not message or call me after 10. And that is that you messaged or called me after 10. Yesterday was no different. It was just another example of you messaging me or calling me after 10. So let's not pretend like this is, like this was such a different example of you disrespecting me.
It's very much a different example because I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it after 10. I didn't realize it was after 10. I didn't even dawn on me what time it was. I just knew I was tired. I spent the last 3 days cleaning up around here and sweating my ass off. I went and weighed myself today, and I weigh 183 pounds. I've lost a lot of weight in the last 4 days. I did weigh 195.
What?
I did weigh 195. The last 4 days I've been sweating my ass off, doing shit around here, cleaning up and shit. And Roy's 2 days helping me. I was sweating my ass off, cleaning shit up around here. I've lost a lot of weight. I haven't been sitting around moping and playing on my dink.
You haven't been sitting around moping and playing with your dink?
Yeah. I've been doing shit. I actually listened to you and realized I need to get this shit straightened out here and get it habitable, and it's fucking, I'm doing a goddamn good job. I'm so fucking proud of myself, and I've been proud of myself for not calling you, not bugging you, and letting you sleep. I've been so proud of myself.
Lorne, listen to me. You are 47 years old. You are almost 50. You have practically lived a half of a century, and yet you have so little regard for others and so little introspection onto your behavior that you are proud of yourself that you did not bug and harass someone who's laid up in bed after having surgery. Really?
I'm proud of myself for changing. I've changed, and it's not my problem. You haven't been able to see it.
Lord, in what way have you changed?
I begged you to be around, but you haven't.
Okay, here's what a changed man would do. Because I've been telling you to focus on yourself. I've been telling you to do things for yourself. Now, here's what a changed man would do. A changed man would see that me, Ramona, has friends here, not just a therapist. I have all sorts of people here who are doing things for me and taking care of me. And a changed man wouldn't zero in on one of those friends and start attacking her and accusing her of things, et cetera, and everything that you have done all tonight. That is not a changed man.
I did not accuse you of doing anything.
You said I did.
I said what?
You said I cheated on you.
You're the one who went on a date. I didn't.
first of all, I told you that I wanted to see other people. I said the next 3 months I want to see other people because I have spent 9 months ignoring the guys who are here in order to be with you. And you said, these are your words, Lorne, you said that you're such a changed man that you'll make it 4 months. And I said, so I'll have, as I was saying, you're such a changed man that you're going to cut me off. You're such a changed man that you're going to cut me off mid-sentence. Now, as I was saying, and I said, so, okay, at 13 months, I'll be able to look and say, I got 4 months of a changed man and 9 months of an abusive man. What a deal that is.
The only way you're going to be able to see if I've changed if you actually spend time with me.
Well,
I'm not there, so I can't do anything about what you do. It's all I can ask you to do is give me 100% of you again and watch the next 3 months. If you don't see that I'm changed, then tell me goodbye.
Lorne, how am I?
And I'll agree.
Okay, Lorne, how am I supposed to see a changed man when you and I are talking right now, and nothing that you have said shows change?
Listen, I did not bring the therapist in. You know what's sad is that I'm fine with the doctor now because he has not shown any disrespect. The therapist has shown so much disrespect, it just grosses me out. I'm on the phone. That did not help matters.
Okay.
Then I hear that he gives you a 5 or 10 second kiss.
Okay, let me tell you something. Okay?
And you feel his heart on a nice close hug. Yeah, I've heard all of that.
Now, as I was going to say, I'm sure you're not concerned about what happened today that was upsetting because we've been at this for quite a while and you haven't asked.
I sat here for 3 hours waiting for you to call me because you told Emma you were gonna call me and she told me.
Okay, Lorne, as I was going to say, I'm sure you're not concerned about that because you have shown no interest in it, but I'm going to tell you what happened today.
I had no interest. That's why I waited for 3 hours.
As I was going to say. Ooh, 3 hours. Long-term man. Now, as I was going to say.
I didn't move from the phone because I was waiting for you.
Okay. Now, can I get a word in?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I don't know who is out to ruin your life, but I wish that they would not try to ruin my life. And oh gosh. So, bro,
I don't respond to people without you knowing.
No, but
I don't respond to people without your permission.
Whoever is hacking into my phone has it out for you, and I no longer believe it's one person. I don't know how many people it is. I don't know who it. I don't know.
It was a group of people.
I don't know, but
she looked on the internet and said she found something. And there was a group of people that were going to send me letters about you and Emma, all that shit. And I don't respond to anybody because you're the only one that I've ever believed in.
Well, maybe I should set the stage. Maybe I should set the stage for you because maybe that'll make it more easy for you to understand. So, last night, I don't know, around this time, maybe a little bit later, I'm laying here, in pain, but laying here, half asleep. Bro was on his computer. I don't know what he's doing because I was half asleep, just fading in and out.
How are people getting able to even get know who your family is.
You know how? Because he's used my phone a couple times because I have an awesome phone, but he's used my phone a couple of times to check his banking.
I thought you were going to get a different phone.
I did. I haven't had a chance to set it up. Now, as I was saying, and so it was able to be traced back, and it was traced back to Canada and to somewhere in the Midwestern, like near Ohio. It was not Ohio, and I instantly knew that was that bullshit that happened before. And somebody used his credit card information to scam over $4,000, almost $5,000 off of his credit card. Now, he's going to get it back. I mean, he's going to have to go through a bunch of shit to get it back. But I ended up having to be honest with him and tell him. What?
A piece of paper and a pen.
Why?
I'm going to give you this.
Let me.
You can check it out.
Hold on. Let me just finish telling you what happened. So I ended up telling him what happened. I ended up telling him that you know, it's affiliated with you. Like, not that you did it, but that it's affiliated with someone who hacked into my phone who's about to get
it. I didn't do it. I don't want to do that stuff.
It's funny. Lorne, it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
Because what ensued after...
But obviously I didn't do it. I don't know how to do that stuff.
As I was saying, because what ensued afterwards was a big-ass fight between me and my brother, and we don't do that. And we were both fighting and yelling and screaming at each other, and I didn't have a leg to stand, well, literally. I didn't have any ground to stand on because I was kind of, like, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, but I mean, it's because of me that happened. And so he ended up telling mom and mom and dad, of course, called me, and he ended up telling the therapist, and who didn't he tell? And now everyone is campaigning to get me away from you, but here's what I did. Because Bro wanted to talk to me and the therapist at the same time, I said that it would only be fair if you got to hear that, you know, because I believe that, you know, your name might be mentioned a couple times. They both want to talk to me at the same time. And so I said that, you know, it would only be fair if you were there listening in. And, you know, I will defend you. Anytime that, you know, he says anything, I'll still continue to defend you. But if you want to have...
I feel like it sometimes, though. You know,
you want to have... But if you want to have Emma on, then that's fine, too, because I know she defends you feverishly.
That's up to you. That's not up to me. That's up to you. I believe in you.
Because I asked...
You're the one that I've only believed in. The only one that I've ever believed in.
I asked him to... I mean, hey, you'll get to talk to my brother. I asked him, though... I asked the therapist to talk to me like a patient and or a client, whatever, and to really help me navigate through this because of me, $5,000.
But the problem with that he doesn't talk to you like a therapist. Because all he's thinking about is me as a loser, and he doesn't want to be with me. So he's not being what's the word I'm looking for? Biased? He's biased. The hell's the word I'm looking for?
Who's not being?
The therapist.
I mean, I know him.
You.
Aside from, well, here's this. Aside from that, one thing that I've noticed is that he is able to separate that part of himself. He is able to say, yeah, I want her, but, he told me before, if you end up with the doctor, then I'd be really happy for you. He's a great guy. I mean, so he's able to separate that. But what I'm saying is he
does not separate that. He's told you out straight that since the first time he saw you that he knew he wanted you. And he got personal with you on the phone when I was on the phone. Well, he didn't know I was on the phone, but he got personal with you then. A therapist doesn't do that. They have to separate themselves from the clients, whether they like them or not. He doesn't have a biased opinion. The only opinion that he has is anything and everything that has to do with him being able to get you. You want a clean opinion, find a female therapist. Then you know that you're not going to walk in there and know that she's not looking at you in any sexual way or any I want her kind of way, and you might actually get a clean opinion.
Well, I have what I have, and
But what you have is the option.
no. Let me message my brother, because I'm gonna have him call me, and I'm gonna have the therapist call me.
All right, then I'm putting myself on you.
No, not right now. They're not calling me yet.
Oh, all right. And I'm not going to take myself off from you because
Lorne, hold on a second.
you have a pen and a piece of paper.
Hold on. You can give me that address later, but hold on. Wait, hold on a second. What was I going to say? Okay, so he's going to call me in a few minutes. Lorne, this is my brother. This is a chance to, you know what I want you to do? I want you
to have a therapist set me down more.
Lorne, no, listen. Bro is probably going to call before the therapist does. So he's not even going to be, the therapist is not even going to be on the call. And when Bro calls, I want you to, since it would just be the three of us, I want you to tell him, make him feel better about me being with you, and I will defend you.
How am I supposed to do that? All I know is the person I am now.
Then tell him.
Before was a messed up person.
Then tell him.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be the person I am now.
Okay, so then tell Bro who you are and tell him that.
Actually, talking to one of your family members, I'm more nervous than I would be talking to friggin' Abraham Lincoln.
Well, Abraham Lincoln is dead, so I think you could do that pretty well.
I'm related to him, too. So I'm related to Abraham Lincoln.
Wait, hold on, say that again?
But I'm related to Abraham Lincoln.
What?
My aunt does genealogy, and she found out we're related to Abraham Lincoln.
How?
Distant relation, obviously. I don't know exactly how, but she's been doing genealogy for probably 30 years. And it was, I think, like 20 years ago, she found out that we were related to Abraham Lincoln.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
So,
I'm very proud of that.
so you are related to Abraham Lincoln?
Yep.
On what side of your family?
I think it's on my grandfather's side.
Which grandfather? You have two on both sides of your family.
No, my mom's dad. On his side of the family, I think. Which would explain my grandfather's nose and my mom's nose, and my brother's nose, my uncle's nose, all of them.
Wait, what about? Oh, okay, Lorne, it's my brother. Hold on.
Okay.
Lorne, my brother is on the call. Okay, so,
Ramona?
Hi.
hey, bro.
Who's this? Hey, Ramona, what's going on?
Nothing. I want to say, I'm gonna try not to cry.
What's going on?
I'm gonna stay at Mom and Dad's tonight. And I'm so sorry about everything that.
About my fucking credit card and all my money. Mom and Dad are fucking freaking out.
I know.
Freaking out.
I know. And I'm like down in the basement. They're upset.
Oh yeah, upset's an understatement.
Please don't be upset.
What are you doing? What are you doing with this guy? He's stealing our money now?
No. Listen. No, he didn't. Listen. It was somebody who hacked into my phone who was affiliated with him. Oh God, this isn't sounding good. It's not. They weren't affiliated with him.
Make up your mind. Were they associated with him or were they not?
Lorne. Don't yell at me. You never yell at me like this. Don't start now. Just, Lorne, tell him that you're a good guy and tell him that everything's going to be amazing. And just tell him.
I'm a good guy now because of what Ramona's helped me with. It's not me. I don't steal, and I didn't steal anybody's money, and I don't know.
You don't steal. Who stole my $5,000?
I don't know. I have no idea. I keep getting letters in the mail that I tell me that Ramona and Emma aren't real, and that they're playing with me. And
what's Emma? Who's Emma? Ramona's real. She's my fucking sister. Who's Emma?
Emma is the girl who introduced. TJ knows her. Emma is the girl who introduced me to Lorne.
Another person I got to put on my Christmas card list, huh? So, Lorne, you don't know who took my money. You don't steal. You're a good guy.
I don't steal. I've never stolen in my life. The letter that I had, that I got, has the address on it. The first letter I've gotten where somebody put the address on it.
Give me the address.
That's what I was just about to do with Ramona. I was give her the address.
No. Lorne, give me the address. Give me the address later. I'll get it to you. Bro, God, I've never heard you like this.
Why can't people just be honest?
I know everybody's mad at me, and Mom and Dad are so upset. I'm not used to anybody being this mad at me, and I know everybody's mad at me.
Mom's going to give you a good kick in the pants for this. A good kick in the pants.
I just want everybody to get along, and after what happened with when they found out about me and Lauren's past. After that,
they're real happy about that, and now you got money getting stolen, and all this kind of bullshit because of this guy, and now he's saying he's just a good guy.
I don't even go on the internet. I'm not on the internet anymore. I haven't been on the internet for months.
Not on the internet? Why are you not on the internet? Did somebody call Yahoo Police?
No. Bro, listen. Can I tell you something without you like freaking
I don't know.
out?
Go ahead. Find me.
And since you already know about Lorne, and since you already know about things in his past, can I trust you to keep this part of everything from Mom and Dad? I don't know if they know.
I don't want to tell Mom and Dad jack shit because Mom and Dad are beyond upset. They are so upset with you right now.
I know. Listen.
You've got these two handsome, rich guys in love with you. I don't understand why you're doing with this kind of stuff.
Just listen, because I want you to understand.
I'm listening.
Why
I'm all ears.
money was taken, and just why. Because I don't want you to think Lorne took your money. He did not, and that, I have no doubt in my mind. It was not him. Lorne, how much do you know? How much did Mom and Dad tell you?
How much did Mom and Dad tell me between crying?
Well, yeah.
They're telling me that you're dating a sex offender, you're crying every night because you're being abused, yet you think you have feelings for this guy. They don't know why you're not married with kids, driving around in a Mercedes. They don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. And now, Lorne Armstrong, you have Lorne Armstrong, who just told me he didn't steal. I'm on Google now.
He didn't. Oh, no, listen. Oh, God, don't Google his name. Please don't Google his name.
No, I just Googled his name. I'm Lorne.
Please don't Google his name.
I'm a little late for that. All right, I'll Yahoo his name. I'll Bing his name. I'll Mr. Jeeves his name. Who is Betty? You say you never stole. Who is Betty?
Betty's somebody that I owe money to.
Why do you owe her money?
That I'm going to be paying.
Why do you owe her money?
I did not intentionally steal money from Betty.
You unintentionally stole money?
That money was stolen from me.
Wait, but who did you steal it? Did you steal it from her? Did somebody stole it from you?
I took it from her to do a job and wound up getting it stolen from me because of the frame of mind that I was in.
Lorne's siblings, Lorne, I don't even know where to begin with telling him this. Okay, so Lorne's siblings had used him, and please understand this, and he had done work for one of them, and he said, don't worry about paying me, just make me mac and cheese. Then he lent one of them money.
What, mac and cheese? What? Macaroni and cheese? What does that have to do with anything?
And so then, bro, just listen. And so then he lent one of them money, and he said, don't pay me back, just give me meatballs. And then he lent another one of them money, and he said, don't pay me back, make me deviled eggs. And he never got the meatballs, he never got the mac and cheese, he never got the deviled eggs.
Well, I can understand that. If I didn't get macaroni and cheese and deviled eggs, I would probably steal $30,000 too. And what is this? There's a video here.
No. Listen.
Who's Bunky, Lorne?
Listen, bro. Just listen. So then.
Right. I mean, I like Kraft Dinner anyway. But go ahead.
Bro. So then he basically was so heartbroken over the fact that he didn't get those 3 entrees that he went to Nashville, and he was going to be a country singer, and he can sing really well, and he writes me poems and he writes songs. He's a very good singer. So after that, and he still hasn't told me like what made him decide to do that, but he decided that he wanted to be a country singer, and so he went to Nashville, and I think that's pretty cool. And I mean, you know,
It sounds like a bad Phineas and Ferb episode or something. So Lorne didn't get macaroni and cheese and meatballs, so he became a country singer and stole money.
Lorne, please take over. Lorne, please.
I don't understand this. Why are you not with the therapist? He calls all the time. He calls all the time for you.
Look, just hush. Lorne, please take over. I can't do this.
All right, take over, Lorne.
All right, what happened was I had done some work for my sister, and this is 3 years worth of example of what went on with me. I done $700 worth of work for my sister, and brought my crew up there to did it, and paid my crew, and told her just in return just give me macaroni. I told her it's a Christmas present. In return, just give me macaroni and cheese for a Christmas present. And I did the same for one of my brothers. I told him in return, have your wife make me some deviled eggs. I did the same thing to another brother. Gave him $425 for heating oil. In return, your wife just made me some meatballs. And I never got the meatballs. I never got the deviled eggs. I never got the macaroni and cheese until the following year.
He didn't give you meatballs. Why not? You did all that work.
They didn't pay him back.
That's the way my family was. That's the way my family was. And I didn't
not even one meatball?
These were people, that's all I wanted. Just gratitude for helping them out.
Okay.
That's just the way they are. They didn't show any appreciation. The following year, my sister brought down pot of macaroni and cheese and asked me for $500 to get her kids Christmas presents. So I gave her $500 and I told her just do the same thing, and eat macaroni and cheese, and just don't make.
So you just came to get something to eat?
Evidently, that was too much for my family. Then my sister told my mother that I was trying to buy their love.
And
did you have your lawyer bring this up in court that they didn't give you food?
No.
No, he didn't sue them, but he doesn't talk to his siblings, and bro, you've always been there for me. Please, I just need you to understand this.
Usually you have good judgment. I just don't see what's going on. Now we're starting to get scammed out of money. Besides all the shit you're going through.
Okay, so here's what happened. So because of Lorne not getting those things, it really.
I know they should have been like. They should have let him keep the pizza and everything. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Well, because of Lorne not getting those things, it really messed him up. And so he.
I asked for $30,000 after I had over $60,000 into it, which I bought my house off my brother that I idolized for years, and I gave him $20,000 down, and everything was supposed to be paid up, and he was I found out a couple months after I bought the house that he was $2,500 behind the taxes and $6,000 behind the payments, and it didn't stop there. There was 3 years worth of that stuff. Then, all right,
so I understand now. So you left that job with Betty, and you took that money because you didn't have food. I get it. You got no appreciation in food.
No, I took the job because I intended to do the job. I didn't intend.
So what happened?
I didn't intend to get screwed out of money, and I wound up getting screwed out of money by people I cared about.
Lorne,
right?
Lorne felt that because he got the money that Lorne felt that because the money that this lady Betsy had given him got stolen from him, that he didn't have to do the work for her. And so
Lorne didn't think that.
That's not what it.
What did you think?
They got somebody else over there to do the job and gave me the opportunity to go over and do it, but I was so ashamed that that's when I decided to just leave and go away so I could just be alone.
And so he went to Nashville to be a country singer. And he
Now, you said you were paying
never raped
Betty
a child.
back?
Bro, listen, bro. Contrary to what mom and dad think, he's never raped a child. He, at least not that I know of. Lorne, I don't.
No, I never have.
Lorne's never raped a child. And like mom said some snide remark when I came in about something about you dating the rapist or something. I didn't listen. I just, she's had a bunch of things to say. But anyway.
But the failed rapist.
Well, no, he didn't rape a child. Well,
right.
He didn't, what happened was he was really upset and he was really upset and he was really lost. That's the word, Lorne. Lorne was lost. And so when Lorne went to Nashville to become a country singer, that really could have and should have been for him like this new beginning. Because Lorne, I think that had it worked out, you would have been a country singer and you would have been telling everybody back in Maine to kiss your ass and that you're now rich and they're not. Am I right?
Yep.
So
And
why are you a country singer?
Well, he was going to karaoke, he said, but
right.
something happened. I don't know if I need to get into it, but basically he got caught up in a sting. He didn't rape a kid.
Oh yeah. No, they caught him.
And so I don't know how much you and mom and dad know, but he got caught.
Mom and dad watched the whole video.
They did what?
That whole video of him like sitting in the chair and getting the butt warmer going on and smiling at that girl Kayla. What was her name, Lorne? Kayla Marie Moore or something? And and then getting the whole, tackled by the police and all that. They've seen all of that stuff, and they don't know what to do. How are they going to bring him out to the club?
They did. Oh, God.
They've seen all that, and they know you have two big, handsome, rich doctors that want to date you, and you just keep blowing them off, and they don't understand. And put yourself in their shoes. You have a daughter. This is 20 years in the future, and you have a nice young daughter, and she has all these great men after her, and she's settling for this guy that makes her cry every night. I mean, how would you feel for your daughter?
But here's the thing.
I don't make her cry anymore, and I'm
Lorne,
if it weren't for Ramona, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Bro, can you level with me and understand this?
I'm having trouble understanding it. I really do. Now, Lorne, let me see if I can get something to feed mom and dad.
Let me say this. Hold on, bro, let me say this. Lorne hasn't gotten drunk in, what's it been, Lorne? Is it 3 weeks?
A month. What's a month?
Oh, my God. We're at a month? We're at, actually, Thursday. It was a Thursday 4 weeks ago. So we're at 4 weeks, bro, since Lorne
4 weeks sober?
He's been sober for 4 weeks.
And I still don't want beer. Or any kind of
He said he doesn't want to drink anymore. He has been sober for 4 weeks. And I want to be honest. I think, and Lorne, don't get mad at me for saying this.
Pay attention.
Okay, Lorne, please don't get mad at me. I think that his therapist, or not his therapist, I think that his his probation officer, I think that his, you didn't know he was on probation.
He's got officers, he's got therapists, he can't drink.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I think his probation officer should keep him on the breathalyzer and Now, Barry, my therapist, doesn't think that that's a good idea. Well, he says something like that it's just a Band-Aid or whatever, but I think that as long as Lorne isn't drinking, it doesn't matter why he's not drinking. It's just that he's not drinking.
I like green apple now and then, but I don't get drunk all the time.
Even if I don't have the breathalyzer, I still don't want drinking.
When was the last time you ate meat or an animal product at all?
When was the last time?
Because I'm a vegan, and
I know Ramona's vegan. I know. And she wants me to be vegan too, and I wouldn't do anything that's gonna make her happy when we're together. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. When was the last time you had some bacon?
When
was the last time you ate a taco?
I don't
or a hot
eat
dog?
bacon.
Do you eat tacos?
I don't know. I don't like tacos.
Do you eat hot dogs?
I used to eat hot dogs.
When was the last time you ate a hot dog?
Last time I ate a hot dog, I think I was like 5 or 6. I puked.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let me finish.
But I have eaten meat until I met Ramona, and she's been getting me more towards not eating meat.
I know Lorne is a vegan, and I know you're probably going to say, but the doctors, and I know that, but so anyway, so Lorne got caught in a sting, and
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, and so he has a probation officer, and he and so she works to make sure he's sober. But anyway,
I saw that. We were watching that. There was that episode. There was Lorne, and then there was that guy. What's his name? Dustin the Grazer or something. The guy with the cane.
You know something? I just remembered something. Mom told me a while ago. And I had forgotten. I didn't think of it until I actually had told Lorne this, but it wasn't important information until just now. But I remember Mom used to watch that show when it was out. And I told Lorne that, and I said that she probably saw him, but I mean, she didn't think anything, like, you know what I mean? Like, Lorne, there were a bunch of people on the show, so when my mom watched that show and saw you, she saw a whole bunch of other people, so you didn't stick out to her in that.
The whole Green Squad was there, the whole Bowling Green Squad. With Lorne and Dustin and that big tall weird guy and that guy that thought he was a cop and they tased him.
So, wait. Barry just messaged me. Hold on. Okay, he said he's going to be calling shortly.
All right, as long as you don't date Dustin McFetridge after this.
Okay, hold on. I didn't go, well, damn it, Lorne, I can't even say I didn't go, like, scouting, like, I didn't go looking to date a registered sex offender. Like,
did you go through that whole episode and just call everybody? Did you call, like, Michael Patterson? Did you try to date all of these guys on the show, and then Lorne was the only one that answered your call? I don't know how this happened.
No.
Did you text the whole Green Squad or just Lorne? How did you find him?
Just me. Texted just me. All the stuff that's going on online.
Are you sure? Are you sure she just texted you and she didn't text the guy with the cane that wanted to sniff the underpants?
Lorne.
I'm quite positive because I believe in her.
I just don't understand. Where did you get her number? How did you text her?
I didn't text her. She texted me.
How'd you get his number, Ramona?
God damn it. Lorne, if you don't say it, I'm going to have to.
How did you get the number? I don't understand.
Brother got it from Emma. Your half brother got it from Emma.
Your half brother got it from Emma.
Yeah, but TJ got it from Emma, but...
Because you saw him on the show and you thought he was handsome?
No, just forget about that. Just forget about
how did you get the number? How did you find out who he was?
She saw stuff online. And
Tell the truth. Don't make me tell Lorne what you did when you were 7. Because I'll tell. I'll tell.
Lorne.
Go ahead, tell me.
Oh, God.
I'm about to tell.
Okay, shut up. Let me just tell you. Oh, God. So this is why I love Bro, because even though we're angry at each other right now, we can still have back and forth banter.
Lorne, Lorne, when Ramona was 7, she was
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell you. Bro, be quiet. Bro, okay. I saw his registered sex offender profile and I messaged him.
What?
I thought you saw me online.
Now, most people use like Match.com or OkCupid, and you're using the registered sex offender file for dating?
Well, I would rather look at registered sex offender profiles for a boyfriend or a husband than to look at OkCupid. That's thing one. Thing two, Mom was talking about the show, and she was just like she was just amazed. This was like roughly maybe about a year ago. Mom was talking about the show, because like I think like Daddy had gotten it to her for her on DVD, or like she was watching episodes online. I don't know. She was doing something. She was watching the show, and she had just mentioned it to me and said that I need to watch some of the episodes. I need to watch, just because it would be entertaining. And so I Googled it. And so I Googled To Catch a Predator, and I Googled like something like To Catch a Predator, like not convicts, but To Catch a Predator, men who were caught, something along the lines of that. And as a suggested search on Google, it said,
believe what I'm hearing.
To Catch a Predator, Lorne Armstrong. And
Lord, this sounds weird, doesn't it?
Saw his registered sex offender profile. I wasn't looking at him as this guy's a registered sex offender. I was looking at him like this guy looks like a nice guy who, I described it as there's a truth in his eyes. And that
there's registered sex offenders closer to us. You don't have to go all the way to Maine.
Damn. That was hard. That was rough, bro. That was.
So, Lauren, get this. When Ramona was 7, she used to steal diapers, and because she was so small, she used to wear them, and she'd wear them under her clothes, and then she would just fill them up all day long, and nobody knew for like 2 weeks till we found a whole pile of diapers under the bed.
Oh, God. Damn it.
Can you believe that?
Damn it. And damn it. Bro, just shut up about me and diapers, okay? Just shut up. You're not supposed to.
You love the diapers. You love them.
Quiet. Just be quiet.
Oh,
Lord, how gross is that, right?
She told me she does.
You told Lauren?
The convenience.
I know. She like goes to these parties and she like has a bottle and like just as like goo goo gaga and they take somebody that like change diapers and stuff.
I'm not.
Mom and Dad know the whole thing.
Oh, God.
Mom and Dad know about that, like that adult baby stuff you're into. It's so weird.
Lauren, one way or the other, you're gonna cause me to like completely be like ostracized out of my family, one way or the other, and I'm just gonna blame you.
You should see her. She puts on a bib and she's like goo goo gaga, and they
I don't.
feed like a whole group of them.
Oh my God!
It's like a whole like underground thing.
You know what? Yeah. So the next time you buy your favorite almond milk, I am going to. What am I going to do? I'm going to. Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
Put it in a bottle and steal it.
Oh God, I didn't mean that. Well, I was going to say I was going to put a diaper over your almond milk if you wouldn't know.
Hilarious.
Or not. But,
Baby bro, thirsty.
oh
Can
God.
you believe that? She's into that diaper stuff.
Holy crap.
Weird.
Your brother is hilarious, Ramona.
But
I'm just
anyway.
telling you the truth.
See, so, I mean, well, you've got to like Lorne. He's got a great sense of humor. And that's one thing, no matter how mad I've gotten at him, I've always said Lorne has a great sense of humor.
Oh, Lorne is hilarious, but the doctor is like handsome. He's got that full head of hair. He probably makes $1 million a year. He's got a car and he's into you. And then you got the therapist who keeps calling and
He doesn't make $1 million a year because I know how much he makes. I overheard him doing.
Lorne, seriously, you sound like a great guy. You sound like a super guy. But if, let's say, Ramona was your daughter, would you want her to date a doctor, or would you want her to date a guy she found on the registered sex offender list? I mean, objectively, take yourself out of the picture. Who would you rather have your daughter date?
Whoever makes her happy.
Yeah, but if that's all you know, and they both make her happy, what would you want?
Whichever one makes them.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Whichever one she's happiest with. It's not my life. It's hers, and I'd want her to live her life being the happiest that she could be.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be a little bit happier if she dated a doctor?
Okay, wait.
Like
the doctor does not make $1 million a year. I overheard him say how much he makes. I overheard him say how much he makes.
Versus RSO. I mean, come on.
No, but he didn't even make $1 million last year. He made $868,000, which is not $1 million. And I overheard him say that when he was doing his banking.
Lorne, what do you do? What do you do for work?
I'm actually starting a new job.
Oh, yeah? Doing what?
Driving truck.
Cool. What, like delivery stuff?
Yeah, well, I've been delivering water this time.
Delivering water?
Water.
Yeah, who are you delivering water to?
For Nestle, well, A. Pyle is who I'll be working for, but they got another contract for Nestle.
Oh, okay. Nestle.
Yeah.
Dewey Pyle.
Yeah, they're actually growing quite a bit.
Would you just like drop it off at like a business and stuff?
I'm not exactly sure 100% of where I'll be delivering to yet. Because I just took my driving test with them today, and got my physical and I did my drug test, and I'm not 100% sure on everything yet. I won't find everything out probably until next week.
Cool.
I just hope they don't run a background check, but Lorne, you got this. If they don't, you got this. Like, congratulations.
Yeah, as long as you like don't have to deliver to schools and stuff, it'd be cool.
He's not going to have to
deliver to schools. Nothing. They have to run a background check. As long as I have nothing to do with showing somebody driving drunk or something like that, then I'm good.
And you don't have any DWIs or nothing like that?
I have a DWI from 2006.
And that's his brother's fault. That is his brother's fault.
It's my fault because I should have told him no. I should have told him to walk. But I didn't want him to walk on the road drunk. So
that's his brother's fault, you know.
But I also didn't think I had any alcohol in me because I hadn't drank for 6 or 7 hours. I thought it was all out of my system.
So it's not your fault then?
No, it's my fault because I didn't tell my brother no. I should have told him no.
One thing that Lorne's therapists and counselors have told him is that he has a problem saying no. And
it's a common thing now, yeah.
He has, and so that's one of his, you know, like, because he didn't say no to his siblings, he didn't say no to his brother in that instance, and So so that's what happens with that. Is it?
Dude, your brother, Lorne, sounds like a piece of work. He gets you in trouble, and then he doesn't give you food. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah,
Why is he such a jerk?
I got a hell of a family.
You got a what?
I've got a hell of a family.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
4 brothers and 1 sister.
4 brothers and 1 sister? Are they all like that?
Nope. I get 2 that look after me.
Hmm.
His one brother, I don't know if this is the one who you drove home, but his one brother has like a handful of DUIs.
No, that's not the brother that I drove home.
Oh, that's not that one?
No.
I don't know. Lorne seems like a good guy, but I'm still thinking one of those 2 doctors might be better. I'm sorry, Lorne. I'm just looking out for my sis.
I understand. All I want is a fair chance for you to actually get to know me.
I mean, you got a burrito and you got like a whole steak dinner, a vegan steak dinner with seitan and stuff. I mean, what would you choose?
I would definitely take the vegan steak dinner.
See? And that's what the doctor is, a vegan steak. And you're kind of more like a burrito. Like kind of, wrapped up and doughy. I'd go with the vegan steak. Just my 2 cents. No offense.
I would go with whatever Ramona wanted me to go with because all I care about is her being happy.
And he's not a vegan anymore.
If he wants me to be vegan, if he wants me to be vegan, I'm going to be vegan. And it doesn't bother me. It's food in my stomach.
One of the things.
Well, maybe we could be. I mean, I'm going up to Augusta in October to see a Cancer Bat show, and I'll be candid with you, Lorne. If you want to meet up, maybe we could, meet up and, grab some salads.
Whoa! Stop the presses, pull the curtains, and reveal yourself, bro. I'm shocked. I can't even.
We could talk some salads too.
Pull the curtains back and let me see who I'm talking to.
That surprised me, but
this is.
But I'd love to meet you.
All right. Well, we'll have to hook something up. Who's calling you?
Barry.
Oh, Barry. Barry's good. Barry talks a lot, but Barry's a good guy.
He talks well, so I'm gonna put myself.
He does, right, Lorne?
No, don't
stop.
He talks in an extreme amount.
He does.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Hey.
Hey, Barry, you're on.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah, it sounds.
I don't know where it is.
What the hell? It sounds like I'm on the party line. What are we
Danny.
on here?
I'm Ramona's brother, Danny. We met. How you doing, bro?
Yeah. Hey,
well, Lorne didn't know your name, so now he does, I guess. But so Barry, a lot has happened. A lot has transpired.
Yeah, you bring me on the party line. It sounds like a lot has transpired. Did I hear? I heard Lorne's voice too.
Yeah, Lorne's on.
What's up, stupid?
Flo and I are not arguing right now, but we've been arguing all day because of everything that with the money and whatnot, and it was almost $5,000. I'm trying to explain to him that it was not Lorne who took his $5,000. It was people who hacked my phone and took his information because he's used my phone many times to do his banking and stuff like that, and so they got his information.
You know what's the strangest thing, Ramona? You remember that time before you were talking to Lorne whenever your phone got hacked? Oh, I'm sorry. That never happened before you started talking to Lorne. It kind of makes me wonder, you know, whenever you...
It is affiliated with Lorne. It's not Lorne who did it himself, but Lorne, as I guess you and Bro know, has a community of...
Is a thief?
He calls them weirdos.
Oh,
No. He has a community of like, he has like a, I don't know,
Yeah,
Lorne, I don't know if you call it a
They're like
posse.
fans. He's got fans.
That's
He
the
has
church
fans.
thing. It's the church thing.
And one
The
of his
internet.
fans, well, here's
One
the
of the
thing.
guys is even like the Pope. He's like the Pope of the whole Church of Lorne. How crazy is that?
It's stupid, man. His
That is
videos are
so
all the whole thing is really weird. I'm not, but I will say this, Danny, and Ramona doesn't like to spend a lot of time looking at that stuff, and I've tried to kind of get her to take a look at those things with me, but it's a strange, that whole scene is really weird. It's off, right? They're all crazy, but I got to be honest. I've gleaned some interesting information about Lorne from some of those videos.
Please don't reveal anything.
Well, look,
Please
that all
don't.
depends. I mean, Danny, what do you think about Lorne? What do you think about Lorne?
Well, I've never talked to Lorne before today.
You know. Okay.
Lorne sounds like he's cool. He's funny. He's got his own fan club. I like hearing him laugh at the diaper stories. Sorry, I don't know if Barry knows. That's all. Don't worry, Barry, about that stuff. But I'm trying to tell her that, you know, dude, you call her all the time. You're so in love with her, Ramona. I don't know.
Well,
I'm sorry to get involved in this, but I don't have a filter. And I don't know if you know about the other guy. There's another doctor out there that's all over her, too.
Yeah, sure.
She went from PhD to RSO, and I just don't understand. And mom and dad are just going ape shit over.
Well, hey, listen. As long as we're comparing proverbial dick sizes, you know, I've spent my life studying the works of Freud, and Lorne spent his life studying fraud. So, if we're going to compare one guy against another like that, I'll put my credentials up against Lorne's.
You heard what he said, or maybe you didn't hear when he told, you know, he didn't get food. He did all that work for his brother and sister, and all he wanted was some dinner. We're back
to the meatballs again, Lorne?
The meatballs.
Is that what you pulled out?
He did all this work and he didn't get a meatball. I mean,
no, guys, but he didn't get the meatballs, the mac and cheese, and the deviled eggs, and that upset
Ramona,
him.
You know what a dear you are to me, Danny. What I know about you, you're a good guy. You know that I think the world of your family, and I've really enjoyed getting to know your sister. And when it was a wonderful experience. They're wonderful people, and obviously they raised some great kids. So you know they're fine people. But for either one of you, for even a second, to grant Lorne an ounce of immunity from the life that he's lived and the things that he's done because of some goddamn meatballs is beyond the pale. I cannot understand how he's pulled the wool over either one of your eyes.
But
Barry, it's not just meatballs. There's mac and cheese.
Not his fault.
And meatballs.
It's not his fault, though.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Well, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but I'm not, because his siblings used the hell out of him. And he's told me this for months and months and months. I mean, that was one of the first things that he told me, was that his siblings used him, and that really messed him up. He's the youngest of 5 or 6 ones.
Let me explain something to you guys. I don't know.
Barry, he's the youngest of 6, and he's told me before that he's idolized his siblings. And I mean, I don't want to say I idolize Bro, but I really admire him and I really respect him. And I mean,
so if he said he was going to buy you some dinner and he didn't buy you dinner, you go fuck a little boy, you go rape a little kid. Is that what you would do?
Well, no, but
would you?
Yeah.
Why not?
Messed up at that time.
Wouldn't you be within your rights? I mean, he said he was going to take you and buy you some vegan stuffed peppers, and he didn't. So, let's go find a little kid and kick his head in or something.
Don't you put you down when you're going into your own profession, in the course of your own profession?
It didn't happen like that.
What did you say, Lorne?
Because don't you find that a little odd that you're constantly trying to put me down when you don't even stick to the codes of your own profession?
I'm not operating in a professional capacity, Lorne, and I don't have a problem with putting you down at all. I kind of like it, in fact.
And when my therapist told me you weren't operating in any professional capacity.
Well, your therapist probably told you that you have a bright future, too. Not all therapists are created equal, buddy.
That's right. My therapist did tell me I have a bright future. You know why? She knows how to be a therapist.
Because her job is to make you feel good about yourself. My job is to tell the truth.
Your job isn't to put people down.
I call it like I see it. I call it like I see it. Let me ask you a question.
You don't listen to people because you talk too much.
I'm listening to you right now, and all you're saying is, I want you to stop putting me down. It's just like we said in the last time I talked to you, Lorne, and at the end of the call, you kept saying, Barry, you're a loser. Barry, you're a faggot. Barry, you're a loser. So in the first place,
I had to do that because what did you tell Ramona? You told Ramona that I was a loser. So you did it because you're a professional hypocrite. So it's all right for you to do it. But let's focus in on that for a second. Why don't you tell me what makes me a loser, and then I'll get my turn to tell you what makes you a loser. And Danny can hear it, and he can be the judge. How about I do that?
I got an open mind.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How about I do this? I don't want to talk because I don't even like talking to you, Barry.
Well, get over it. Talk to me anyway. Tell me what makes me a loser.
Or no, I wouldn't.
Back up your words. I'm a loser. Tell me what makes me a loser. What's quiet all of a sudden? Did Lorne connect? He's not talking now. He's talking a lot of minutes ago.
I don't care to talk to Barry.
Lorne,
fine, Lorne. Tell
Barry a chance here. Have an open mind.
Tell Danny what makes Barry a loser. You don't want to talk to me? Tell them what makes me a loser. We're all listening.
Laura, I know Barry a little bit, and he seems like a nice guy. What do you mean he's a loser? What makes him a loser?
No, guys, listen. Lorne just, you guys are just angry, and everything is great. Everything is perfect. Everything is wonderful.
I'm not angry. I'm
everything is perfect. I just got $5,000 stolen from me.
But you're going to get it back, and everything is great. But the basic thing is
unrelated events.
Not that great. Why do you
$5,000 windfall? Lorne's going to be like, hey, baby, I just bought $5,000 worth of cheap beer and cigarettes.
Everything's going to be okay. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you something. Because I had asked you, Barry, when you were my therapist, I had asked you, and I mean, and I still, I still like the fact that you do give good advice. But I had asked you before if, when Lorne won the lottery, would all of our problems go away?
No, if Lorne won the lottery, all of your problems would be gilded with gold, but Lorne's not going to win the lottery. So why don't we operate in the realm of probable reality? He's not going to win the lottery. He's not going to win any singing contest. He's a loser, and he's always going to be a loser until he decides to admit to himself that he's a loser. Okay, or maybe there's a chance he'll change one day. But,
okay, listen. No. Okay, so maybe he won't win the lottery, but maybe he'll get his name taken off the registered sex offender registry.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
And me and Emma and Lorne had discussed that. Do you remember that, Lorne?
Yep.
When we had discussed that because I know you know the doctor, but his brother he's actually a doctor and a lawyer. And I had mentioned that in the call, and Emma had came up with the idea of seeing if we could use him, or not use him, but see if we could get him to petition to get Lorne's name off the registry. Now, I don't think that that's the sector of law that he deals with. He deals with medical law, which is why he has to be an MD as well as a lawyer so that he can understand those issues. But if we were to get Lorne's name taken off the registry, and Lorne, let's say Lorne got a good job, and let's say Lorne stopped drinking, Lorne could be you know, and he did get a job, by the way. But Lorne could be, you know, back to new.
Back to new.
He was when he was 25.
Yeah, except that he's twice that age, which are the things that make him such a danger to you.
But see, I don't like. I mean, here's the thing. I feel
RSO is just 3 letters. He did what he did, and I'm going to tell you something else. You know, we've talked about the timeline before, about the fact that he went from talking to the girl the first time to showing up for sex within a month, right? And it would have been way quicker than that if he thought her parents would have been gone. Okay, I looked at the chat log the other day, and I figured out that there was a span of 90 minutes between when he said hello to that girl and when he sent her a picture of his penis. 90 minutes.
I think what happened there, I can explain that, because I think what happened there. I can explain that. No. Okay, listen. No. Okay, listen. You know how, like, people will go, like, on Facebook and they'll get into, like, political arguments. They'll get into arguments over, I don't know, is the sky blue or is it pink? And they will say things that they will say things that they would not say in, you know, to each other face to face. Now, here's what happened with Lorne. I do not believe that if Lorne were talking with a 13-year-old or whatever face to face, that he would ever just whip out his penis after a 90-minute conversation. I think what happened is that Lorne kind of got into, you sound like you don't believe me, but I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying because this is the truth. Lorne, tell me if you agree. I think that Lorne kind of got into a mindset where it wasn't real, where he was just, almost like he was typing and just, you know, on autopilot. Because Lorne, you wouldn't have shown a 13-year-old your penis in face to face after 90 minutes.
No, that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing you work up to a person.
And we were watching that episode with Mom, and that other guy.
Hold on, one at a time.
Wanted to the other guy wanted to have the girl wear her underpants for 3 days, and then he wanted to sniff them. Like Lorne didn't want to sniff. Wait, Lorne, you didn't want to sniff old underpants, did you?
Nope.
No, he just wanted to sniff young. He wanted to sniff young pussy, which is worse.
But Lorne, am I right in what I said earlier?
Yes, you are.
Told you. Yes, you are. Okay, great. Good. Wonderful. Okay, so that's the story he's going with tonight. Fine. Let's lock in on that, and let's unpack that a little bit.
Well, okay, let me just finish it. So he would not have shown a 13-year-old. No, what I'm saying is he would not have shown a 13-year-old his penis after a 90-minute conversation if they had been face-to-face.
Wonderful. That's very admirable. But let's question the judgment of a man who decided that because he wasn't face-to-face with a 13-year-old girl, it was a reasonable action to send her a picture of his penis. And let's ask ourselves this.
He never even meant to do it.
Well, he did it.
But he didn't mean
no, but he says he has always said he does not want to go to that house.
So then, Danny, why don't you explain to me how a guy sends a picture of his penis to a 13-year-old girl when he didn't mean to? He did it accidentally? Did he hit the wrong button?
I don't know. Or did you do it accidentally? Why did you send her penis pictures?
On behalf of
I was messed up.
He was messed up because of his siblings using him, and he wasn't a great
the meatballs.
Meatballs.
Because a year before somebody didn't give him the macaroni and cheese, he sent a picture of his penis to a 13-year-old girl, even though he didn't mean to.
It sounds stupid. I understand.
Now,
but put yourself in Lorne's shoes.
Now, there's no but is needed after that thought. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid.
But when you understand, like with Lorne's position, now, Lorne, I stand behind you, and I defend you and everything. The only thing I'm not sure about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is if you were intending on having sex when you went to the Sting house. That's the only thing that I
can answer that.
No, let Lorne answer it.
Oh, okay.
No, because I didn't intend to go there.
He didn't even try to go there.
He was trying to go to the Burger King, and instead he ended up at this house, and he was like, well, maybe this is the Burger King. They didn't put the sign up yet. Is that what happened there, old Lorne? Oh, I forgot.
Okay, let me explain this to you, Barry.
He's ignoring me like a mature adult.
Let Lorne explain.
Right.
I did what I did, and I paid my time for it.
Sure.
I have no reason to explain anything to you, Barry.
Technically, you don't, in the sense that I'm not in a position of authority over you.
Not only technically, but in any other manner, I have no reason to explain anything to you, Barry.
That's fine, but I am entitled to try to shed a little bit of light on the situation so that Ramona and her family can understand you for what you are. And as her friend, that is my duty.
The problem is that you've been interested in Ramona since the first time you've seen her.
Oh, is that the problem?
You automatically should have said I cannot be her therapist because of the fact that I have an interest in her that is not professional.
Well, you're speculating on my interest in her, and you're out of line in doing so. But I'm not her therapist any longer, so the fact that I was her therapist is completely irrelevant to what we're talking about now.
I'm not speculating because you are the one that said it.
Now, I'll tell you guys what's interesting, Danny and Ramona, and I hope you picked up on this. When Lorne started talking, he was going to explain to us how he came to be at a house he didn't mean to go to, and somehow it ended up being about what a jerk I am. So,
that's true.
I think we ought to all pay attention to the fact that he likes to try to divert the discussion away from his crimes and talk about the things he doesn't like about other people.
Time out. I'm calling Lorne's best friend right now, because I want him to have somebody in addition to me to defend.
Was it Emma from the other day? Emma, right? Is that who you're talking about?
Hold on.
Danny, have you talked to Emma before?
I don't know
No.
this Emma.
Okay, get ready to hear about penises.
Penises?
Yeah,
This whole call is diapers and penises, let me tell you.
Yeah.
More, but how funny is that diaper story?
That was pretty funny.
Listen, Danny, if you change your mind and you decide you want to send her one and you don't know the technical details on how to do it, just ask Lorne. He'll help you out.
This ain't 2007, man.
I Barry would come up with something like that.
Leave it to old Barry to talk about the truth.
Barry likes to tease.
Make references to things that I've actually done. What a
Bro, don't listen.
Barry likes to put one down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Barry likes to do what? What does Barry like to do, Lorne?
Barry likes to put Lauren down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Yeah, well, why would I hold the trash when I can put it down?
I'd like to put it down.
Bro, Barry teases Lorne because he, in a show of love to me, he sent me a picture of his asshole.
In a show of love, Danny. In a show of love. Do you love your sister, Danny? You should do it. That's how we show love, isn't it?
Lorne, you sent her a picture of your little asshole?
That is sorry, Ramona.
I had said, because Lorne had said that no one's ever seen his asshole. And, actually, no, let me go back, Lorne. Let me be honest. Let me go back. What had happened was Lorne... Okay, I'll be honest. Lorne had... Damn it. Bro, this better not leave, my apartment and our parents' basement. You better not tell them any of what I'm about to tell you. Do you hear me? Bro, yeah. I don't think you agree. Do you hear me? You're not.
I hear you, sis. I'm going to tell them asshole pictures?
No. You're not going to tell them anything of what I'm about to tell you and Barry, and Emma already knows this. But when Lorne and I first met, every day Lorne would send me naked pictures of himself, penis pictures of himself, and he would send me shower videos and sometimes videos of him dancing naked. And he would send me these things. And one day I realized, literally out of the blue, I was like, he sent me pictures of his dick. He sent me pictures of his balls. He sent me pictures of him naked from front angle, side angle, back angle. He sent me pictures of his butt. I mean, Lorne, I still don't know how you managed to take a picture of your butt using a mirror and a camera. Do you remember that?
Yeah, how did you do that?
Yeah, anyway, continue the story.
Lorne is goofy, but
Isn't that sweet, Danny? What do you think of him now, there, old Danny?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, just listen. Okay, so he sent me all these pictures, and I realized one day that I had not seen his asshole. And I said, send me an asshole picture. And he said, no one's ever seen it. And I said, well, you know.
Which we know is bullshit because, you know, they look up there when they arrest you for trying to rape a child.
No, he said no one's seen it. Oh.
Lorne, did they have to go up and take a little cavity search? Because when I was in the can, they had to do that to me, too.
Yeah.
Shut up. You were not in jail, bro. Stop lying.
Listen, I'm trying to get some dirt out of Lorne. Stop it.
No, okay. So anyway, no, stop being mean to him. Just listen. So he had, so I had said, you know, well, send it to me. You know, I'll be the first to see it. You know, he said, no, I'm not going to send it. And then one day he messages me, and I can't remember, like, he said something like, you know, I can't believe how much I love you. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm like, doing what? And he said, I'm going to send it to you. Like, send what? Yeah, I'm going to send you my asshole. And so he did. He sent me a video where he's, like, giggling, and then he turns around and he bends over and he shows it to me. And, you know, like, and I, you know, and he did that out of love. And he, well, because
out of love.
But there, you don't understand. He got drunk one night, and
oh, well, that sounds loving.
No. He got drunk one night, and he talked to Emma, like, because apparently he had called her over and over again, and this was
when he called her?
No, Lorne, I don't condone the things you said on this call, but I'm not holding against, like, the foul names you called me on this call. I don't condone that, but I'm not going to hold this against him for the fact that he freaked out. Like, he freaked out, thinking that I had like shared his asshole pictures with his community or something like that, and like he had said, this bitch is the only one who's ever seen my asshole, my little asshole.
Did you like that, Danny? He called your sister a fucking bitch too. I don't know if you knew about that.
But he was,
that's some repugnant shit.
No, but
but he was real drunk. He gets drunk a lot, Danny.
No, but he was upset.
When he says these things, it's only because he's been drinking, which he does.
Well, maybe somebody would help through for him. Maybe he had a good reason. Maybe he didn't mean to do it.
No, but I did wrong. I don't know what I did because I didn't do anything. I'd never shared any of the pictures.
So let's review what you just said. I did wrong. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything, but I did wrong. So does it seem like a reasonable arrangement for the girlfriend to blame herself and say, I did something wrong, when the guy gets drunk and calls her a fucking bitch, and asks another girl for pictures of her privates and her breasts?
But he was drunk.
Yeah, but come on.
He was drunk, though.
In Lorne's defense, though, Emma is a grown woman, so he waited a while. He didn't do it after 90 minutes the way he would if she had been a 13-year-old girl.
But he was drunk.
Then again, he was drunk, which he is quite often. And by the way, he's going to be a professional driver, which is just the kind of job you want an alcoholic to have.
No. He's not an alcoholic because the whatever the hell you call it, the probation officer has a breathalyzer, so he's not an alcoholic. And I'll have you know, it's been a month. Congratulations, Lorne. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yeah, but buy this fucking man a car. Nope, don't do that. He might go out and celebrate.
No, it's been a month. I am proud of him. This is the longest that it's been since I've known him. This is the longest by far that it has been that he has not had anything to drink. And
it's a very impressive accomplishment.
Lorne,
can we?
My picture. You're sending pictures of his dick to my sister and to Emma.
It was before I met Ramona.
But don't worry, Danny. He believes in fairness. He demands pictures of their genitals be sent back. Fortunately,
I've
Ramona
never
hasn't
sent
complied
anything.
yet.
No,
Ramona hasn't complied. But
I
don't
never-
doubt for a second that he's asked. Numerous
I've never
times, I'm
sent
sure.
any pictures of my genitalia to Lorne.
Lorne, did you ask her for pictures of her genitalia?
I don't think I did.
I don't think so. I can't
Did
remember
I-
for sure. It's
did I-
possible. I mean,
did
I asked
Ramona?
so many girls for pictures of their genitals. I
Well,
don't keep records on this stuff.
Did I?
no. You know what? No, this even goes even further to Lorne's credit, because I will have you know that several times he asked me for pictures of my genitalia, but I will say this: he never pressured me.
That is to his credit. Well, he can't pressure you from far away, but he can pressure you when he's in the same room and he's got those 5-6 beers in him, which is what worries me. And what should worry you, Danny, if I'm being honest with you.
He said that he would never lay his hand on a woman. He was raised by his mom.
Yeah, well, he said he would stop drinking and calling you names too, and we saw
And
how
he
that
has
started.
Charles Manson was raised by his mom.
He has
That doesn't
not.
mean anything.
He has
A very
not
good
had
point.
in a month. And and again, I say congratulations.
Again, I say thank
Yeah,
you.
that's not an accomplishment, Ramona. I hate to tell you, but that's nothing to brag about.
No, nothing that I do is going to be an accomplishment for Barry.
No,
Barry
if you
has
did
one
things,
objective.
if you
Barry
did
has
things
one
that were,
objective, and that's to put
if you
Lorne
did
down,
things
make
that
him
were
look as bad as
reasonably
possible, make him
admirable,
look at me.
I would credit you for them. But the fact that you want to be rewarded and celebrated for going a month without drinking, as though that's some kind. Most people go months and months and months and months and months without drinking, and it's not an issue for them.
Before without drinking, Barry.
That's fascinating. I mean, 2.5 years, man.
Yeah, I didn't
Double
have to
that.
if I didn't want to.
So you want to drink? That doesn't help your case any.
I don't want to drink now. I don't even have the hankering for it.
I don't know.
So,
Well,
sorry to disappoint you, Barry. You seem to
You're
think
not
you know,
the-
you don't.
I don't. I don't know you.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, I know enough to know what I need to be able to share with Ramona and her family to warn them about how dangerous you are for her.
You can't do anything else with Mom. Mom is already
know,
crying every night.
Is Mom going to accept it, Lorne?
I don't see how Mom can accept Lorne. Mom watches To Catch a Predator on TV and just cries and shakes her head and says, "Why didn't I have all sons?" So sad. It's heartbreaking.
That I know she never said. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's so upset.
Lawrence,
and now with the missing money, she doesn't know what to do.
Lawrence's pattern of behavior, and he may have run this game on you already, Dan. But Lawrence's pattern of behavior is to say about things that he can't deny because they're on the public record, because everybody already knows about them. Well, you don't know me. You don't really know me. And then he's always got a qualifier. He's always got some reason why the thing that he did isn't what he wanted to do. It's not reflective of the kind of person he is, but there is some mitigating circumstances. Somebody else did him wrong, or his head was in the wrong place, or he had this problem or that problem or this problem, and that always explains everything wrong that he did. Did you know that he stole $30,000 from a retired couple, and he used that money to fund his expedition to Nashville whenever he moved from Maine to Nashville?
The explanation I got was that
a little bit more.
they stole the money from him. He stole
Somebody stole the money
but they stole it from him.
And so
somebody robbed the money that he's robbing. Now somebody robbed the
You
money
say
from him.
stuff. You say stuff that you know nothing about.
You didn't bilk a retired couple out of $30,000, Lorne?
I didn't use that money to fund my way down to Nashville.
Did you steal the money, Lorne? Does it matter what you did with it?
I'm paying. I'm going to be paying that lady back.
You stole it.
He's paid her back, right? Lorne, you paid her back?
You paid her back the $30,000. He's paying. Now Danny, let me explain to you. You won't get the story.
Lorne has paid like around $100 of that money back. So Lorne is paying it back.
Right, and
you're paying her $100 a week?
No, he paid her $100 total back of that money, so he is paying her back.
And that's over the course of a year and a half, which means that by the rate he gets done paying her back, she'll be like 612 years old, which is the prime age to enjoy all that money.
I'll be paying her back a lot faster now. I'll be paying her back a lot faster now that I have this new job.
Well, that's fine, Lorne.
I don't have all the other bills in the way.
Lorne has a new job. Congratulations.
Why don't you just tell her to go get a job? She's a stupid bitch, right? I mean, you said that before about her. Danny, did you know that? That the lady he stole the $30,000 from, he said, tell that bitch can go get a fucking job.
I
called her a bitch?
Well, he had said because
I believe, in fairness.
Well, because I had told. Well, I had said. Well, yes, because he was frustrated because she was going online saying mean things about. She was going online saying mean things about him.
Yeah, I mean, she was saying mean things about him, and he was frustrated. So fuck that bitch. She should get a job. And he probably took the $8 or whatever that he saved up to pay her that month and went and bought some beer with it. Because fuck that bitch.
$8 doesn't buy that much beer. That's okay. No, don't get mad at him.
Throw her some money. Throw her a couple of bucks. Come on.
Because she was saying mean things about him online, and like she would go on his YouTube channel and she would say nasty things about him.
Like what? What did she say that was nasty?
I don't remember because I didn't read any of it. I used to watch his videos.
Lorne, what did you say that was nasty, Lorne?
I saw some of them. Most of them were like most of them were to the effect of, why doesn't that bum pay me back? Man, I wish that loser would give me my money back. You know, really nasty stuff, really uncalled for. So he got paying her.
So she went on that day.
Well, because then what happened was Lorne had.
Did she call you a fucking bitch, Lorne? Did she tell you to go get a fucking job?
Well, because then what had happened was Lorne had blocked her off of his YouTube channel, and then he found out that she was still going and saying nasty things about him.
So he said something nasty about her and decided he wasn't going to pay her any more money.
That's not cool. That's not cool to be calling women bitches.
But you see, Danny, back in 2005, somebody promised him some deviled eggs and some toast. And then they were like, oh, we don't have your
toast. It was mac and cheese. It wasn't toast.
Oh.
It was mac and cheese. It was not toast.
The toast was my addition. I was kind of hungry for toast.
Well, I think you should stop calling people bitches, and I think you should pay this lady back her money. If you owe her, you got to pay her. Come on.
That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on it.
It's always what he's going to be doing. It's always what he's going to be doing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop drinking, and I'm going to pay her back, and I'm going to stop calling Ramona a fucking bitch, and I'm going to stop asking other women for pictures of their private parts, and I'm going to stop meeting random strangers over at the Circle K for parking lot sex.
That was one time, and we had an argument about it.
Well, I guess if he'd have done it if he'd have done it 2 or 3 times, we'd have an issue here. But if he only did it once, then we have an issue here.
Well, Lorne says he's a changed man since that happened.
Well, of course he says that, because he wants you to give him another chance after chance after chance.
Lorne, have you met anybody at the Dunkin' Donuts or the Circle K for sex since that happened with that girl? Lorne?
Huh?
Have you met anybody at Dunkin' Donuts or Circle K since that happened with that girl?
No. I haven't met anybody.
See, so there you go.
It's like I haven't tried to rape any children since that one time in Bowling Green. So give me a break, man. Let's run down the facts.
You're reaching, Barry.
But I'm not reaching for a 13-year-old girl. I'm reaching for the truth.
I don't know. How do I know that?
Which is far sexier. How do I know that? What do you want? You want to watch or something? Lorne
he doesn't do that stuff now, is what he says, and he doesn't. I mean, he's not still stealing money from old people.
But let me finish. Okay, it is a fact that is his background. That is his past. It is also a fact that he has shown numerous times a sexual proclivity for children and a willingness to violate them.
He only did that one time.
No, he only got caught doing it on TV one time. But the fact is that we know that there were at least 5 people that Lorne thought were teenage girls that he tried to proposition sexually.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact.
Yeah,
And how many of them did he meet?
I would like to know about these. You seem to tell you're so smart and know everything about me.
Because what you may not remember is that several of the girls you propositioned during your time in Bowling Green were actually perverted justice operatives who took records of those propositions. Kayla wasn't the only one.
Anybody no, that girl was
And we know from the chat log. We know from the chat log that Lorne had another teenage girl about the same age as the age he thought Kayla was, that was on his MySpace page, that he explained to Kayla was his girlfriend before she came along. So we know that he had at least one other teenage girl that he considered his girlfriend.
Kayla. That one I don't know anything about.
Well, I can provide the documentation.
Isn't that funny how you bring up stuff that I don't know anything about?
Yeah, isn't that funny how I bring up stuff that you don't remember, that you blocked from your memory, and you haven't acknowledged in so many years that you don't recall whether it's true or not? It doesn't matter whether you remember it, Lorne. It's on the record. It exists as public record. So it doesn't matter whether you remember it or not.
I'd like to see this record because the underage girl.
I'd be happy to send them to you if you weren't blocked from the internet for trying to fuck a child.
He's not blocked from the internet. His probation officer has his computer and his phone.
Oh, okay. Why is that? Because he was doing real good on the internet, or some other reason?
Well, she took it. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, why
what did he mean? I think
too much time on it. Because they thought I was spending too much time on it. So I was trying to make money off surveys and stuff like that, and I hadn't my YouTube channel up on all the time. I was answering comments on the YouTube channel, and they thought I was on it too much.
Are they going to get it back to you?
Yeah, they didn't take it away for good. They just wanted me for a while.
You know, they just took it away for. It's perfectly normal for the police to take away a 50-year-old grown man's internet access and computer. That's normal. I mean, they do that because
you're constantly reaching to try to put me down, Barry. So
I'm stating the facts.
Care about anything you say.
Let me explain something to you. Stating the facts is not equivalent to putting you down. It would be.
You're not stating the facts, is you're reaching for things to try to put me down with.
Everything I've said is true.
Your voice, to tell you the truth, you talk too much.
Well, you can stop listening. Everything I've said is a matter of record. Everything I've said is a matter of record, and I can prove it all. I can prove everything, every allegation I'm making. That's the difference.
Sure you can. Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
What's that?
Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they manufacture the 6 phone conversations you had with the decoy? Did they manufacture the drive that you took, the hour-long drive you took from Nashville to Bowling Green? Did they manufacture the condoms? Did they manufacture the condoms that you had in your car?
No, there wasn't 6 phone calls.
It was 6 phone calls. I can show you every one of them. All 6. I understand that you may not be able to count that high, but I can promise you there were 6. There still are.
I have the DVDs and the CDs. There were not 6 phone calls.
I have the 6 recordings with timestamps on every one. There were 6.
No, of course you do.
Ron, how many phone calls are you saying that there were?
I believe there was only 2.
Yeah, well, you're 4 short. There were 6.
There were 2 phone. Okay, so which is it, guys?
There were 6. I can give them to you right now. I can give you the.
I mean, 3, but I think it was only 2.
Okay, so
3, 6.
I don't know what to tell you, dog.
39.
I'm looking at phone calls. I got them in front of me. Doesn't matter what you say. Danny, you want to email Barry? Danny,
I've got the CDs right here from the prosecutor.
I can play all
of it. You don't know
Barry,
shit.
let me hear it.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me pull these
Turn one on. Let's see if you got all 6 of them.
Give me a second. You guys continue your discussion while I access the. You know what? I'll play the best one. I'll play you the very best one. And while I'm working on that, you guys keep talking.
But like, I still want you to like Lorne. And
Why
Lorne,
do you want me to? It's not going to happen, baby.
No. I'm talking to Bro. And Lorne,
You know, Lorne is a funny guy, and he's not
wait.
totally repulsive looking. But you got 2 hot doctors after you, sis. When do you make mom and dad happy? Throw them a bone. Date a doctor.
but wait,
PhD versus RSO. Come on.
but no, but like I think Lorne's winning Bro over. Emma, do you think
I like Lorne,
Bro over?
but no offense, Lorne, I don't want you as my brother-in-law. I think you should have a doctor. I'd like to go out golfing with a doctor, not like hanging out in a shed with a RSO.
No, I want you to like Lorne. I really do. I want you to like him. Lorne, don't you want Bro to like you?
I don't want him to be I don't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with him, no.
Lorne?
Yeah.
I want Bro to like you, and I'm really proud of you.
I want him to like me too, but I can't do anything about it.
No. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona. That means
What are you proud? What are you proud of him for?
Lorne, are you crying? Shut up, guys.
Lorne, are you crying?
Shut up, guys.
Man, he's
Shut up.
crying again.
Shut
I knew
up.
I.
Shut up.
Man,
Shut
I
up.
could smell the bitch a mile away.
Lorne, are you
I'm
crying?
talking. No, shut up, Lorne, baby, are you crying?
Yeah, but I'm trying not to.
What's going through your head?
What's the matter?
Shut up! Don't nobody say anything but me.
He's trying not to cry like he tried not to drive to Bowling Green.
I am the only one who can speak right now. Lorne is crying, and I am going to talk to him. You guys be quiet. Lorne, are you crying?
Just tired of the hate.
Mm-hmm. Picture I'm giving you a hug right now, okay?
Not that big a hug. Come on, you give a little hug. My sister.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I am proud of you, Lorne.
That's all I care about, Ramona.
And, you know, this is a good opportunity to win Bro over. Because he's special to me, too.
Crying's not going to win me over. Barry, let me hear that tape.
Okay, you guys ready to listen to something interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're about to play. I don't know what you're about to play.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out.
Let's go. Both. So are you looking at me right now, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Oh, my God, you sound like a toddler.
What do you think?
What is that?
Shut up, guys. Shut the fuck up, or else I'm gonna... Shut up, or else I'm gonna disconnect all of you. And it's just gonna be me and Lord. Shut the fuck up.
What's going on? What's going on, Ramona?
I want to talk to Lord. Just be quiet. Please respect my wishes.
Guys, everybody be quiet. Let
Lord.
Ramona calm down. It's okay. Are you crying, Ramona? What's the matter? Are you crying?
Lord. Oh,
Yeah.
shut up, guys. Lord.
I'm here.
Hold on a second. Okay. Hang on.
Like,
Hold on.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
What?
I want everybody to listen to me very carefully, okay?
What? No, stop.
You gotta hear this stuff, Ramona. You gotta face the facts.
Stop! I'm not gonna listen to anything. I'm just gonna act like it didn't happen.
You have to face the reality of the situation. This is who he is. And these people don't change.
Barry,
these people don't change.
I'm so tired of you trying to constantly put me down to people saying that people don't change. You don't know me, so don't pretend like you do.
I do know you, Lorne. What do you mean I don't know you?
The only reason you have to put me down to her is because you want her.
My feelings for Ramona aren't the issue here. Okay,
yes.
the character of your
yes.
person is what's on trial here, not my feelings for Ramona, which frankly are none of your business.
I'm not on trial with you. I don't care about you, Barry.
That's fine. I'm not talking to you, Lorne. I'm talking to
when
Ramona.
Ramona hears this stuff, she can hear it with me. You don't need to be playing that stuff.
No,
that's stuff for me and her to talk about.
She will never get the truth out of you because you have an angle.
Yeah, she will.
Your angle is
that when we meet, I would bring them things right with me so she could hear every one of them and see the actual DVDs that I have.
She can hear it right now, Lorne. It's public record. You don't have a monopoly on that stuff. That's what you don't seem to understand. You can't edit the past, and you can't censor the truth. It's all out there. And I've got it. And that's your work here.
You constantly try to put me down.
Interested in her best has the same information that you're trying to suppress and hide and minimize and explain away and mitigate and attenuate and all the rest of it.
There's no way that I can hide or minimize anything that happened with me. It's all over the internet.
It doesn't stop you from trying. How you doing, Ramona?
Ramona, are you crying?
Trying to put me down.
Ramona, what's wrong? Are you crying?
This is like being at the gym. It hurts, and a good workout hurts.
That wasn't Lorne. That wasn't him. I don't think.
Oh, it wasn't Lorne.
No.
Lorne, was that you? Was that your voice, Lorne?
That wasn't his voice.
Lorne, was that your voice?
It's Danny. Ramona, it's okay. Are you crying? Are you crying, Ramona? It's okay. It's okay. Lorne, why are you making her cry?
Hold on a second. TJ's messaging me now.
Teach.
Danny, I know it's hard for you to see your sister struggle this way, and I want to say I'm sorry that you have to go through this as a family. But to be frank, this is the truth, and the truth hurts. But this is a necessary process, and it's the only way that we can bring your family into a place of healing. And honestly,
Barry,
it's the only way.
I think the only thing we can do is you got to start dating Ramona. Just start dating her. Show her a good time. You know, get her not thinking about Lorne.
I'll lay it out. I'll put it like this.
I know you're not into the diaper thing. She only does that occasionally.
I can live with that. I can live with the diapers.
Other than that, she's perfect.
It's okay. I think your sister is one of the most wonderful people I've ever known, and I know that I've only known her a short time, but in that time I've come to care about her very deeply. And I say that not as somebody who's trying to pursue her explicitly, but as a friend, as somebody who recognizes her value as a person, her greatness, and all the things that she has to offer the world and the right man. If it's me, then that's up to the fates to decide. And I'd recognize that I'm be lucky and blessed beyond anything I could ever hope for to have a woman like her. But my concern for her goes beyond those kinds of feelings. Okay, I want her to be with the very best person for her, whoever that is. And I'm not going to pretend to know the future and say that I know who it is, but I know who it is not. And it is not a 50-year-old child rapist, con man, loser who will never be able to provide the life for her that she deserves.
I agree. I agree with you.
Thank you. And Lorne, I know it makes you mad as hell when I say those things, but
Barry, I don't care about anything you have to say, Barry.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You care very much about what I have to say. It makes you mad as hell when I say these things. But I think you should challenge yourself to explore the possibility that the reason it makes you so mad when I say these things is not because they're not true and because I'm maligning you in any way, but because they are true and you can't handle the truth and it bothers you that there's somebody that's able to see past all your bullshit and your smoke screens and just tell it like it is. You're not used to having that in your life. You don't know how to deal with it when you encounter it. But I'm not going away. I will hit you in the face with the truth every fucking day until you own who you are. All of it. And until then, it's open, wide open. It's fair game. There's no excuse for the things that you've done. And the fact that every time somebody confronts you with the truth, you have an explanation for why it's not really your fault and why people should just look past it and pretend it doesn't exist and focus on the parts of yourself that you want to build up.
Not my fault.
Is indicative of duplicity and manipulation.
It was my fault. I did.
Good job.
It was my fault.
About time. Let's hear some more of that.
I've owned up to that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it.
And if you would stop there, if you would stop with the statement you just made, nobody would have a problem with you. The problem, Lorne, is that every time you say that, there's always a but. There's always a, but you don't know the whole story. You've always got some reason.
You don't tell me that you do.
I know the part of the story that matters. The details don't matter. There's no excuse for trying to fuck a kid, ever. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter who fucked you over. That doesn't give you the right to fuck someone else over, especially a kid.
Listen.
I'm listening.
The reason I say things I say because I try to figure out why I did what I did.
I can help you with that, buddy. You want to know why you did what you did?
You can't help with that. You're not a goddamn
pervert. That's why. Because you're a goddamn pervert who's only interested in yourself. Everybody in your life is an accessory, a character in your story. Ramona's a character in your story. She's a prop. She's just another vehicle that you use to try to feed yourself with some kind of self-esteem externally instead of actually dealing with who you are. I'm not going to let you do that to her because she's worth more than that. I'm not going to let you suck the life out of someone like that and leave her an empty husk while you move on to the next mark. Fuck that shit. Not on my watch.
You're such a freak. You're not even
That's what you come back with? I'm a freak? What are we, in grade school? I'm a freak? I'm a faggot? I'm a loser? That's what you say when I get you to the point where you don't have a counter argument to what I'm saying. All you can do is call me names because you don't have anything left. You don't have any facts. You don't have an argument. You don't have a defense, so you go to name calling. But I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not going to let you fucking roll over me like that. You want to call me a fucking bitch? Come do it to my face. I'm ready for you.
You don't.
I'm easy to find. Come pay me a visit.
Oh,
I'm trying to let you know that you don't have the right to treat people the way you do. You don't have the right to treat anybody the way you treat Ramona. And even though I can't make her stop you from treating her that way by just cutting you out of her life, I'm going to call you on it every time you do it.
I don't treat her like that anymore, so... like I said, don't think you know me.
That's right. We want to... I just know the Lorne from a month ago,
Mr.
right?
Non-professional.
That was Lorne from a month ago. God, that's ancient history. I wonder what life was like back then. Back when Lorne was that... I mean, that was eons ago. You're pathetic, man.
You can't even stop talking.
I can see why you have to live your whole world through a fucking telephone because nobody around you can stand to be with you for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's why everybody likes coming over, huh?
Who likes coming over, Lorne? Tell us about all the glitterati and the celebrities and world leaders and heads of state always cruising through the old Armstrong trailer estates. No, I wouldn't like to know.
Daddy's money.
Oh man, my daddy was poorer than you are, if you can believe that. I know you probably never thought it was anybody that met that qualification, but
I don't even want to hear anything you say, Billy. I care less about anything you say because you're full of shit.
all you care about is everything I say. You're not
No, I
fooling
didn't know a
anybody.
little bit. You know what? When you say shit, I bring it back to the therapist, and her mouth drops about the shit that you say, and you're supposed to be in the same profession as her.
I don't give a fuck. Your therapist is
That's
feel good.
That's
you know what?
obvious that you don't give a fuck.
The state pays your therapist to make you feel good. I tell you the truth for free.
All right, hey, Barry, Lorne, this is going on enough. I gotta hang up. I gotta say a couple things though. Lorne, I think you're an okay guy, but I gotta be honest with you. Ramona deserves better. Barry, I hope you have good luck with Ramona. Ramona, are you still here?
I'm
Are you
here.
still on the line?
I am.
I love you like a sister. And you know that. And you know I would do anything for you.
I know.
Who has told you that you should date Lorne? Everybody's telling you not to date him. Nobody tells you to date him.
Lorne tells me to date him.
Look at it objectively. Would you want your daughter to date Lorne?
What?
Would you want your daughter 20 years from now? You have a nice daughter. Would you want her having a guy calling her a fucking bitch and sending her pictures of his fiver? Would you really want that?
He doesn't do those things anymore.
Listen to Barry. Listen to Mom. Listen to Dad. Listen to Emma. Listen to me. Listen to everybody. All right, find a good guy. Find a good guy, okay? Lorne, no offense. All right, good night, everybody. I love you, Seth.
Danny, real nice to know you. We'll talk soon, okay? See you, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
How you doing, Ramona?
Hang on a second. TJ's still messaging me.
If I ever got the sense from Lorne that he was truly, listen, I'm never going to like this guy. I'm never going to have any use for a guy like him.
And the feeling is going to be mutual, Barry.
Well, I'll be sure to lose sleep over that tonight. But
sure
if Lorne were ever to decide that he was willing to look at his situation honestly, without any blinders or any filters, and come to terms with the reality of who he is and what he's done and what he is, then
this is the problem that I have. You
it would be the awakening.
Trying to put it in people's head that I am this person and I am that person, and people make mistakes in their life, Barry, and I made a mistake when my head was messed up. It was my fault. I did it.
Okay, let me say two things about that.
That's what I'm
let me say two things about that.
I did it. It was my fault. I went there. I don't need to explain to you anything.
When you don't have any obligation
I need to explain
to me.
Not
and I'm
to
not. I don't have the right to hold your feet to the fire in terms of giving me an explanation, and I never have demanded one.
And you
keep saying that as though I'm posturing like I'm demanding an explanation from you, like I'm holding you accountable.
You don't even know me.
And that's not what I'm doing. I don't know where you keep coming up with that. No, you don't owe me an explanation. You don't have to keep reminding anybody of that. Nobody's asserting that you owe me an explanation. So I don't know why you keep going back to that.
A guy from 10 years ago. A guy that had issues 10 years ago.
There you go. Not a guy that tried to rape his head 10 years ago, but a guy who had issues
like
10
I
years
said,
ago.
You're going by what happened 10 years ago.
Why I will never let up on you motherfucker. Because it's not about what you did, it's about the issues you had. It's always about the issues you had and never about the things that you did. And what I'm trying to tell you is that when you demonstrate a pattern of activity, a pattern of behavior, and an obvious predilection for certain things, in the first place, we're going beyond a simple mistake. And in the second place, it speaks to something far more fundamental than whatever temporary circumstances you have convinced yourself led you to do the things you did. Because none of that stuff is relevant. And as long as you try to lean on those things to make excuses for the things that you've done, I got to call you on those things. I can't, because I can't accept any less. You're not being truthful. Yes, I know what the problem is.
You're calling me on shit that you think. And the only thing that you think is what you see from 10 years ago.
Lorne, in the first place, we're not talking about isolated events. And secondly, I evaluate people for a living. It's what I do professionally. I'm very good at it, in spite of whatever your opinions as an uneducated simpleton may be about what a therapist's role is.
Isn't that funny how someone in your own field says that he doesn't sound like he's a very good therapist?
Well, isn't that funny how if two therapists disagree about methodology and their approach to a situation, you go with the one that makes you feel good, that sides with you, that validates you? That's convenient, isn't it?
I go with the one that's a female and actually knows what she's talking about.
You go with the one that's a female? What, you have I don't know why, because she has a teenage daughter and you're trying to match, you're trying to play an angle? I don't know. You tell me. Silence. I've done it again. This is what we're dealing with, Ramona, and what I want both of you ladies to recognize is that when I'm able to bring Lorne to this place where the truth is undeniable and he can't retreat from it any further, we get one of three things. We get silence, we get childish insults, or we get tears. We don't get rational responses to the things I'm saying. And the things I'm saying are not...
You don't get responses from me very well, Barry, because I don't like you.
Well, that's stupid.
I don't like
you either. But all I'm doing is
you were supposed to be a professional, and you wouldn't.
The fact that you base your conduct toward me on whether you like me or not kind of says it all. You got your feelings hurt because I have the audacity to tell you the truth about yourself. So because you don't like me, you're just going to not talk to me, just like a kid.
You're one of those guys that talk so much that you're known as the type of guy you can't trust because you talk so much.
That last 15 seconds of silence, I was done saying what I had to say. Why weren't you talking? More silence. So this is what you can count on, Ramona. This is what you can look forward to, a lifetime of this. If you get married to this guy and you ever find yourself in a situation where you've got to call him on his bullshit and just tell the truth, this is what you're going to get. He's going to shut down. He's either going to just stop talking altogether, or he's going to call you a fucking bitch again, or he's going to start crying, or maybe he'll just take off and head down the street to a bar.
Can you call me on shit, Ramona? Have I come out and told you the honest truth?
Wait, did what, Lorne?
When you called me on stuff, have I come out and told you the honest truth?
Give me an example.
Of anything that you called me on. Anything that you called me on. Haven't I always told you the honest truth? If you thought I was lying about something, you'd call me on it, and I would tell you the truth.
Lorne has never lied to me.
Now, how are you able to verify that Lorne has never lied to you?
Because
Because what? He tells you he hasn't been drinking, and you're able to verify that how? The breathalyzer thing is new. I mean, that's recent, right? But how are you able to verify that he hasn't been drinking before that?
Because I've told you, because I know that Lorne has not been drinking. Every single time that Lorne drinks, and I used to get this like at least once a week, but usually twice a week, Lorne would call me several times. I would literally, when Lorne drinks, the next day I wake up to somewhere between 30 and 40 missed calls, 15 to 20 voicemails cursing me out, and hundreds and hundreds of text messages. I have not gotten that in a month. He's not drinking.
Okay. I mean, look, if he's not, I realize that he's got the breathalyzer thing now, so that forces him to a certain standard, so that's fine. But it's just a symptom. I mean, the drinking is not. The point that I'm trying to make is that you say that Lorne has never lied to you, and Lorne says that Lorne has never lied to you. But the problem with that is that we only have Lorne to rely on for that. We only have Lorne to believe for that. And if Lorne's angle is to put his best face the best version of himself forward, your perception of Lorne is very important to him, obviously, and he wants you to see him in a certain light. And this and that. So it's real easy for him to tell you what you want to hear. I mean, that's not hard to do. You can see that, right? So what if I said to you, Ramona, I'm eating an orange right now?
Then I prove stuff to her, too.
Okay, what do you prove to her, and how do you prove it?
whatever she asked me to do.
Well, that doesn't clarify
Doesn't matter.
anything. Give me an example. Whatever she asked you to do, it doesn't matter.
This again, Barry, you continuously talk and nobody can get a word in.
You answered the question, and I'm
talk.
commenting on your answer. How do you prove yourself?
I'm trying to answer your question, but you still talk.
I was responding to your answer. Answer the question again. I'll be quiet for a real long time. Give you a lot of time to answer. Go.
Well, my answer was real short. She wants to be on the phone with me. She was always on the phone with me. I had no problem at all having her on the phone with me and doing whatever I was doing. She had no question about anything that I was doing, hardly ever, because she was always right there with me, so she knew I wasn't lying about anything.
What the hell does that have to do with what I'm talking about? I'm talking about things.
You just asked me how does she know? You just asked me how does she know I'm not lying to her? She's obviously
on the phone with
me. She's obviously hearing everything I'm saying and doing. She's even talking to people in my life.
That doesn't make any sense. I can't hear him drinking a beer, therefore he must not be drinking a beer. Beer makes noise, right? Beer's real loud. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, no, it's not that. Because when he drinks, and Lorne, I don't know, because I know you've been known to have 20 beers in one night. I don't know how you do it.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because he I don't know if he just guzzles them, because he says he doesn't like the taste of them. So I don't know how he gets it down. Lorne, I really don't, because I don't know how. I couldn't drink 20 waters in one night. But I've never heard him drinking, but I know when he drinks, because those messages, they happen.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying that he's been drinking. If he says he hasn't been drinking for a month, that's fine. It's possible, but it's immaterial. The thing that I keep coming back to is that's just it doesn't. I'm talking about the root issues. I'm talking about who Lorne is as a person, essentially the character stuff, right? And so the behavioral stuff is just a function of a person trying to manipulate a situation or influence a situation. And it's troubling on a number of levels when Lorne brags about not drinking for a month as though it's an accomplishment of some kind. Because, I'll go a year sometimes where I don't drink for a month, 12 months in a row. If you understand what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. And the concern is that
Lorne, because he's used to having 20 beers on a Friday night and then maybe another 10 on a Saturday.
And that is the problem.
So for him not to drink, that is a big deal.
Yeah, that's fine. But the problem is that he's the kind of guy that likes to have 20 beers on a Friday night. That's the issue. You see what I'm saying? The issue is not that he's able to curtail bad behavior, self-destructive behavior, and behavior that potentially makes him dangerous to other people. It's the fact that that behavior is normative for him in the first place. That's what's so troubling. You see what I'm saying? It's just like the, like we were talking about the child rape thing, and a guy that has eyes for children for whatever reason, but he doesn't act on it. Okay, it's good that he doesn't act on his sexual appetites, but it's the fact that he has those appetites that's the problem. That's what makes him that's what makes him a dangerous person. So Lorne has all these things that he has, all these tendencies. And if he's able, Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm not done talking. Lorne, I'm in the middle of
the talking, Barry. You are always talking. You are always talking, Barry. You are always talking.
Well, now I'm talking.
Lorne, why don't you act like an adult so I can finish what I'm trying to say? Thank you.
You're always talking.
It's the fact that Lorne has these proclivities to begin with that is so alarming. And this is what I keep trying to get you to understand.
That I am something I'm not. That's what the fact is.
It's the fact that I have the audacity to judge him on his actions instead of what he tells us he is. It's
Lorne,
like the video that says I'm not a judge.
I'm not answering any questions with him on the phone.
Lorne, no. Listen.
I'm not answering any questions with him on the phone.
No,
I
listen.
don't like him.
Listen, Barry, I don't want you to say anything. I want, Lorne, I have a question for you. I'm not going to hold it against you, I promise. But I just need to know, that was not your voice?
Alone. Ask me on the phone alone. I am not going to have him on the phone for any questions.
Ramona,
Okay.
do you know what a religious cult is?
Barry, can I call you back in 5 minutes? I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. I'm going to drop the call. Hang on a second.
I suppose so. All right.
The hell would I do that for? No. Hold on a second. TJ is messaging me constantly. I don't know if TJ knew that. In fact, now I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna text. I was gonna text Bro and ask him.
Yes, it was me 10 years ago. I did that. That was me. That was my voice. That was my voice. It was me. That was my voice on them calls. I'm not going to deny something that's true. I did that 10 years ago.
So.
That's not me today. I'm not going to go by me today with what was 10 years ago, the mistake that I made when I screwed up. I don't like Barry. I don't like being on the phone with him.
Lorne, you said that you wanted to see a 13-year-old naked. Lorne, the problem that I have, and I mean, can you be honest? Didn't I defend you tonight very well?
Yeah, you did. And the problem is this stuff that you and I should be talking together about alone. Not with Barry on the phone and Emma and your brother. This is between me and you conversation.
Lorne, I have known you for 9 months, right? You love saying that it's been 9 months. I've known you for 9 months. I have talked to you for thousands and thousands of hours in that 9 months. You never told me that there were calls. You never told me that there were calls.
I know. We never addressed it, and we should have. And I blocked the calls right out of my head. And I might have done it intentionally. Because I intentionally tried to block everything from that out of my head. Because I just hate what I did. And I hate that it happened. And I hate this Church of God crap. I hate everything about all of this. It would be left alone. I want you, and I just want to be left alone with you and not have anybody from that sending me letters and doing anything to you. I don't give a shit about the Church of God crap. I don't want to keep reliving my past that I can't control. I did it, and I made a mistake. It was my fault that I did it. Everything in that was my fault because I was old enough to know better, but I had a problem. I couldn't think straight about what I was doing. But I still did it. It's still my fault.
But what's disturbing to me is the fact that almost a year into this thing, Lorne, I am now finding out that there's calls.
And you and I were supposed to listen to these calls like almost a month ago, and we still never listened to them together because I have them right here on CD.
Well, you have me right here.
I would bring the CDs and the DVDs so you could see everything that I have and everything that I did.
Lauren, you have me right here. And I'm not going anywhere. I'd like you to play the calls.
Hang on, trying to find the CDs.
All right.
He tries to say that I'm a certain person now, and I'm not.
Lauren, are you finding the calls?
I'm trying to get the CD player working.
Well, since you can't figure out how to work the CD player, I'm going to see if I can find them on YouTube, because I think when he mention that there were calls. I think he said that they're on YouTube.
Yeah, he said there were 6 of them. There's not 6.
Let me.
There isn't 6.
You say there's not 6 of them?
There's not 6.
Okay.
There were 6 times on the phone.
How many calls are there? Let me see. What do you think I should Google to find these calls if they're on YouTube?
I don't.
Maybe I'll just Google Lorne Armstrong phone call. Lorne Armstrong phone call.
Yeah, be right back in.
Okay, so yes, so there are 6 phone calls, it says here. Phone call 1, 2, 3.
I don't believe there were 6. I don't remember 6 phone calls.
Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm going to play. All right, so I'm going to start playing them.
I don't know if the CD player works in this car or not.
Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm going to play them.
Hello?
As soon as this
Hey, that
loads.
was quick.
Hey, honey.
How you doing?
I'm doing
Buffer,
good. How
so
are you
annoying.
I'm pretty good.
I
Can get the
I was
CD
waiting
going this
for
one
you.
here.
Don't worry about the CD. I have the
you to
call.
call, Precious. What took you so long?
Don't worry about it because you're getting it from the
I had to
internet.
find the phone.
I don't remember 6 phone
Oh.
calls.
Well, if it's your voice, I'll
I'm
assume that
sorry.
they're the calls that you had
About
with the
what?
decoy.
Said it took me so long to call.
Well,
It bothers me because I don't
don't
remember
have to
6
be
phone
sorry about
calls.
that.
I remember
I knew you were
2,
going to call.
maybe
I just
3. I don't
anxious.
remember 6.
I'm sure you'll remember them after you hear them.
Huh?
I
I
don't
was talking
even want
to
to hear.
you.
You miss talking to me? I miss
Yeah.
talking to you.
Well, I can have Mary play them
Pretty
for me, or I
voice.
can listen to them.
No.
Aw, thank you.
All right,
You're
then.
welcome.
I do want you to know
So do
about
you
it
have a
because I want
portable
you to know everything.
Okay,
I wish we had done it a long time
Yeah,
ago.
cordless.
so you didn't do this
Sorry.
a long time ago, and so now,
Well, I keep calling it portable. It's cordless. Both. So are you looking at me right now, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
What do you think?
I'm thinking I wish I was there with you right now. If I was, you'd be naked.
I'm still
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Would you want to be?
I guess so.
Okay. Would you want me to be?
If you wanted to.
Of course I want to. Of course I want to be naked with you. I love you. Why wouldn't I want to be naked with you?
Lorne.
Too.
Am I making you blush?
A little bit, yeah.
So your parents are supposed to leave on the 18th?
Lorne, do you hear
Yeah,
this?
they'll be gone for about 4 days.
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
You
They'll
do?
be gone about 4 days.
For about 4 days.
Yeah.
So, do you know what time they're going to leave on the 18th?
No, but I'll let you know.
I would hope so. See, isn't it going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job?
What?
I said, it's going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job.
Why'd you quit?
Because the guy pissed me off. He tried to tell me what to do. He tried to tell me that I can't talk to other people that work in the building. I told him, basically I told him, fuck himself.
That's pretty stupid.
Yep.
What he said.
Huh?
I mean, what he said.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe you tried to tell me that who I could talk to and who I couldn't.
So what you gonna say?
Lorne, is this your voice?
Huh?
What are you?
Yeah, it is.
Panties and bra. A little bit of static, that's why I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. This phone's goofy.
Phone's goofy?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do.
I really do too. That'd be very nice.
I hope
Lorne,
so.
did you say all this? Lorne,
Huh?
did you say all this?
Yeah, I did.
All right, let's listen some more with these. I hate buffering. I swear YouTube is so slow.
That's so sweet.
Thank you. I got a stupid question.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, you want to see him?
Yeah. I'm really stupid.
Why?
You asked me about the garage.
Yeah? You have one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what about Bud though? Don't be sorry. I love that you called. I was praying. I looked at the caller ID. If it was anybody else, I wasn't going to answer the phone.
Oh, that's okay. I still love you.
Huh?
I said that's okay. I still love you.
Oh, good. You better.
Sure.
You cut out a little bit of static, so I couldn't hear.
I'm just wearing a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt.
Oh, what color panties and bra?
White.
White. You're gonna wear white until you see me, aren't you?
Yeah, I said I would.
I love you.
I love you too.
Don't you wish you were here with me right now?
Yeah, I really do.
I really do too. That'd be very nice.
I hope so.
So we gotta be like really careful about doing this. Your neighbors aren't gonna be there either.
Oh no, there's only on the side of me. It's a really small neighborhood. It's only 4 houses.
Oh really?
Yeah, and there's this wooded area behind me. It's not a lot of woods, but it's a little bit. And on the other side of me, there's this road, but I don't know where it leads. Well, they're not right across the road, but
Be smart.
you sound really stupid. Sorry.
You don't sound stupid. You sound smart. That's what you sound like. You're my girl. You must be smart. And you look very beautiful too.
Neighbors are supposed to go on a cruise.
When I come get you anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, wouldn't. That'd be really nice. You be ready?
Yeah, I'll be ready.
You're probably ready to come here right now, aren't you?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, wouldn't. That'd be really nice. You want to see him again?
Will you pen it?
See if I can get this to.
Okay.
Show me about an hour away from me.
Okay. So what time do you think maybe you'll get there? No, they didn't tell me yet. They just...
It'll be all right because then you just leave me a message, and so that I'll know, so that I'll get the message. Then
I want to see you too.
we'll see. I'll be staying. I'll stick right around the house just about all that day anyway, or before I can leave here. But huh?
Where are we going again?
Down here to my house.
Hang on a second. Oh,
Huh?
okay. Sorry. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I wish I was there with you right now. If I was, you'd be naked.
Really?
Yeah. Would you want to be?
I guess so.
Okay. Would you want me to be?
If you wanted to.
Of course I want to. Of course I want to be naked with you. I love you. Why wouldn't I want to be naked with you?
I love you too.
Am I making you blush?
A little bit, yeah.
So your parents are supposed to leave on the 18th?
Mhm. Yeah, they'll be gone for about 4 days.
Huh?
They'll be gone about 4 days.
For about 4 days?
Yeah.
So, do you know what time they're going to leave on the 18th? Now that I've quit my job?
What?
I said, it's going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job.
Why'd you quit?
Because the guy pissed me off. Like doing construction work. Like carpentry and stuff like that.
What am I wearing?
Yeah, what are you wearing? Though, when I had my own business.
Yeah, I said I would.
Bruh. I'm really careful about doing this.
Why do they keep repeating over and over?
Okay.
I don't know. It's
And,
kind of.
Then we'll go on.
I don't remember that.
Hold on a second. Say again.
I don't remember that phone call.
So you're saying that one didn't happen?
I don't believe it did. That's what seems a little too weird.
What do you mean? You're saying that this isn't your voice?
I'm saying it's my voice, but it's manufactured. I didn't make that
In what
phone
way?
call. In every way, because I didn't make that phone call. I'm quite positive I talked to her 2 or 3 times.
I was skipping around because there's more footage. I was skipping around. Are you really denying the calls?
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Your parents won't be home.
Can we?
Right.
I'm gonna work on that. Getting the CD player working because
Yes.
I get all the calls.
So
I get all the DVDs.
So can
Yes.
so here's my thing though,
Okay.
because you told me that you never wanted to go,
Can't stay on long since they're
and I
watching TV.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
but you just were talking about how excited you were to go.
I know, and I don't understand. Explain.
Lorne, I mean,
what can I say, Ramona? I went to the house. I'm reliving something constantly from 10 years ago. I'm not going to keep reliving it.
okay, Lorne, I have to figure out a way to defend this. And you're making it difficult for me because you're not telling me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
There's
For one time, I was just playing, and I wasn't going to go. Even right up to that night, I was not going to go. I was supposed to go out with a friend for my birthday down to the karaoke.
Okay, but
I did not
Lorne.
plan on going there. In the last minute, I decided to go.
Okay, but Lorne, you said you were going to play the calls, and now, and so you went to play the calls, and somehow you forgot to use how to use a CD player. Then
No, I didn't forget that. No, listen to me. I didn't forget how to use CD player. It's Uncle Richard's CD player. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've never played a CD in it before. His cassette player doesn't work. On the radio works.
I mean, oddly enough, all CD players usually work the same.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. But I can't get that thing to work, and I don't know what it's doing.
Hold on a second.
But it's going right to the thing, but it's not. The volume's not coming out of it.
Hold on a second. It's buffered a little bit more.
I'm glad you're coming.
Are you anxious to touch my penis?
Oh, good fucking
Yes.
Huh?
I can't stay home long since they're in the living room watching TV.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Are you anxious?
Yes.
I can't believe it's fucking cold.
I'm glad you're coming.
Are you anxious to touch my penis?
Oh, God.
Again.
Didn't expect me to ask you that over the phone, did you?
I didn't think I heard that.
I don't want to listen to any more of them.
Okay, now you don't want to listen to him. Would you rather me listen to him with you or with Barry? Because I don't want him to come.
I would rather you listen to him with me in person.
I don't want to listen to these in person because I don't want to associate your face with these calls. It's better for me if I listen to him over the phone with you, not in person, and I don't have to see your face and hear you talk like this.
10 years ago is not me today.
Lorne, but the thing is that this is something, Lorne, this is
something I did 10 years ago.
Okay, but Lorne, I get that this was 10 years ago, but it's kind of hard for me. Okay, Lorne, you have to understand something. You have always told me that you didn't want to go to that house. You have always...
And I still stand by that because I did not want to go there.
Okay, you've always told me that you didn't want to go. You have always told me that you were not going to have sex with her. You even told me one time, a long time ago, that you went because she was home by herself and you were worried about her and you wanted to make sure she was safe.
That was the reasons that I went, too.
You went to make sure she was safe, but before you went...
Then I was all freaked out. I know what I did. I don't need to keep reliving it.
Okay, but Lorne, you might not want to relive it, but I've brought you into my world, and now I'm living it.
And you brought
What?
Barry into your world, too. He can't shut up. He's constantly doing everything to put me down.
What does Barry have to do with this?
You and I agreed a long time ago that we would listen to these things in person when you were here.
Lorne, I did not know that they existed. I did not know that you had phone conversations with her.
A long time ago, I told you I had CD, DVD.
You said you had, you know what? You said you had CDs.
Listen to them.
You said you had CDs. I thought that you had CDs of your interrogation. I had no clue. I could not have fathomed in a million years that there were phone conversations between you and her.
I probably intentionally blocked the phone conversations.
Hey, I gotta go.
All about them.
I'll take and start going up to get you.
Probably intentionally did that.
Okay, so you intentionally did that.
We'll see. I'll stick right around.
Now it's brought back up into your memory, and you don't think I have a right to hear them?
Because
I think you have a right to hear them. Whether we would have been in person.
It'll take me about an hour before I can leave here, but about an hour after you call me, I'll take and start going up to get you.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we going again?
Huh?
Where are we going again?
Down here to my house. to Nashville.
Sorry. I'm just so excited to get to see you.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see you.
And I did what I did, and I can't take it back. Much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. Did what I did. I paid my price for it. I continuously paying my price for it. This church taught bullshit.
Well, the problem is,
I will not go back on YouTube again.
well, the problem is, it doesn't have anything to do with YouTube. The problem is that I'm now paying for these things that you did because I can't. Excuse me, I can't convince. Because Lorne, you never once told me that there were phone calls. You never told me that there were phone calls.
I told you, I probably intentionally blocked them out. I didn't want to remember it. I didn't want to remember anything about it. I wish I could block the whole fucking thing out. But obviously, I can't do that.
So Lorne, so you wish you could block it out, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the thing. You tell me all these things about how you're innocent because you didn't want to go. You're innocent because you didn't plan on having sex. You're innocent because you didn't mean to do anything. But then I hear phone calls completely contradicting that. And I mean, yeah, you can say that you blocked them out. And honestly, if I was talking to Barry and you said that, I would say, well, Lorne blocked it out. But I'm not talking to Barry. I'm talking to you.
What?
Are you in the shower yet?
I mean, I don't buy that for $5. I mean, you didn't forget that there were phone calls.
You there? Good phone
Deep inside, I didn't forget.
What?
I said, deep inside, I probably didn't forget. I was evidently I was really trying to.
But so it's another lie, and
it's not a lie. I didn't tell you because I intentionally probably was trying to not remember.
How do you expect me to handle this? I don't even know what to say.
Ramona, I don't know what to tell you. I am trying to be completely honest with you about everything. There were phone calls. I probably intentionally blocked them out. I probably didn't tell you because I was probably trying to block them out myself. I didn't want to remember them because they grossed me out. I haven't even listened to the CD. And I know what the CDs are because it's named right on. Right on what they were.
I don't care. Give me one anyway.
The DVDs I did watch.
Please just go
those read it.
Kinda.
I know those read because I know what's missing from it.
Lorne. I mean.
Okay.
I don't want to
I
finish my cigarette in my cup.
There is nothing to help out. I can't defend what I did wrong.
Lorne, I'm trying to make something of this. Okay.
I don't want you to lie for me. What I did was wrong. I did that stuff. It was 10 years ago. It was a completely different person. The very messed up person.
Lorne, how did I meet you?
You texted me.
How did I know that you existed?
The church card or from the registered sex offender list?
Okay, so I met you from the registered sex offender profile. And I messaged you. Okay? That alone should have told you that I knew that something had happened that was of a sexual nature and that was illegal. So now the fact that you decided that you were going to lie to me and make me look like an idiot. I look like a complete idiot tonight on the phone with my therapist and with my brother. I looked like a complete idiot. Because
you He mentioned the phone calls to you before.
He mentioned it before, and I thought it was just one phone call, and then I didn't know.
Because I had already told you there was only 2 or 3. I knew there wasn't 6. I know damn well there wasn't 6.
And okay, it doesn't matter if there was only one, but the fact of the matter is that I hear you talking about your penis with what sounds like a really young child.
10 years ago. I did that 10 years ago.
But I'm trying to make...
I'm not hiding anything from you. I didn't lie to you because I intentionally blocked it out myself. I didn't lie to you about it. I didn't want to remember shit. And I can't help but remember shit when people bring it up.
Lorne, but the problem is, and I've told you this before, and, you know, again, if Barry was on, I would never say this to you. I would never let him hear me say anything like this to you. But it's just you and me, and I want to say this to you. There are certain things that I've told you. There are certain things that you can do and certain types of crimes that you can commit that are kind of irredeemable. And crimes against children and sex crimes are 2 of the main ones. And so you're saying that it's 10 years ago, but it's the kind of thing, I mean, if you robbed a bank 10 years ago, right? If you robbed a bank, no one would care. Because, I mean, what'd you do? You committed you served, let's say, 5 years. You committed a federal type crime. I mean, you know, assuming it wasn't like armed robbery or anything. Or, you know, I mean, if you stole a pair of shorts from Walmart or something, again, no one would care 10 years later. Even if you stole a car. Even if you dealt drugs. Even if you, I mean, there's all sorts of things that you can do committing crimes. There's all sorts of felonies that you can commit in, let's say, 2017, and then in 2027, no one's going to give a shit. They're just not. But a crime against a child is not one of those things. And you're giving me something really hard to grapple with.
What do you want me to say? I did wrong with what I did. There's nothing that I can say more about it.
Well, I mean, the first thing you can do is stop trying to say that the calls were manufactured. That's probably the first thing.
I know there weren't 6 of them.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but you heard what... It doesn't matter if it was 6. I mean, it says 1 through 6. It doesn't matter if it was 6 or if that was just one long phone call that I just played. The fact of the matter is that it's not manufactured. Those are things you said. And I don't know how to... I'm really upset, Lorne.
You think I'm not?
Yes, I met you after seeing your registered sex offender profile, but I didn't think that there were these things in your past.
Those things are all from that sting. That thing that I constantly try to forget, that I cannot forget. People from the internet don't let me.
Lorne, you're not...
I'm on probation because I go to see a therapist. Because I have this class that I go to. I cannot forget. There are things that I try to block out, but I don't have to relive everything.
Lorne, you're not even on the internet anymore.
Like hell. I'm all over the internet.
I'm sure there's still videos and stuff like that from like parodies that people had made, but you are not on the internet. So whatever they're doing is not affecting you. You're not on the internet.
That's why I won't go on YouTube again. I will not do videos again. They want to hear from me? Oh, well, I don't care. They're not going to hear from me.
Okay, but what is that? That has nothing to do with this.
It's all based around that. People are obsessed with me because of that stupid show. Because I got caught up in that stupid mess. My head was fucked up. And I did a fucked up thing. I don't care to go on YouTube again to relive any of it. I don't care how obsessed people are with me.
I want to play some more of the call.
I think it was like 9:30. I looked at my clock and I up.
Of course, it's going to take forever.
Just about everything.
I was gonna say, geez, don't lose me here. I don't want an hour.
Yes.
You want to see me doing? You'll be able to do it tonight too. I'm quite sure I will. Huh?
What are you going to be picking me up in again?
I think the thing that disturbs me the most
Huh?
What are you supposed to bring in the bag?
The lies that I have uncovered
Your extra pair
tonight
of panties.
have been
Changed my
twofold.
mind.
Lorne,
One lies.
You know what?
Lorne,
One ain't lies.
Where's mine?
One ain't a lies. I know I had told you about
You
the
there?
phone calls
Yeah, I'm
before.
here.
I told you that we were listening to them together.
Okay,
When
where's
you
my
come
kiss?
up, meet me. And I would bring
Is
the
your
CDs and the
kiss?
DVDs so you could listen to the CDs and you could see the DVD. You
I
could
need
see
to take a
everything
shower
that I
before I
had.
go.
There were no lies.
I got to take
I was
one too.
completely gobsmacked the other day. He said something about calls. And when he said that there were calls, I didn't know what I expected to
Okay.
hear. I
I'm gonna
didn't
put $20 more
have anything in,
Okay, just as
I
long
didn't
as
have
you're
anything
sure
in mind.
What time
But
do
when
you
I
think you're going
heard
to get here?
what I heard tonight,
I'm gonna take a shower, and
I mean, Lorne,
then I'm gonna.
are you still going to try to tell me that you didn't want to go to the house after those calls?
I know I did not want to go to the house.
Are you still going to try and tell me that you didn't want to have sex?
I still try to understand why I even went.
Are you still going to try and tell me that you didn't want to have sex? Let me play some more. Hang on.
Why? Why? How many more with those? I'm not going to keep reliving this shit.
Taking one yet?
No, not yet. I wanted to find out what time you were going to be here.
And then I have to go to Walmart really quick to get them things so I don't get you pregnant. The ones that you're not going to be wearing.
Huh?
And what are you supposed to bring in the bag?
What do you mean?
What are you supposed to bring in your bag?
Overnight clothes?
Yeah. And
tell me. Remind me.
your extra pair of panties.
My white panties, right?
Yeah, the ones that you're not going to be wearing.
I thought you wanted me to wear those.
I did, but then I changed my mind. I was like,
okay.
Oh my God.
I don't want to hear any more of them.
So, you weren't going to have sex, Lorne?
You keep hounding me about it.
Lorne, just admit it to me, and I'll consider breaking off the break.
Admit what to you? That I was fucked up? I've already admitted to you that.
Lorne, just admit that you were going to have sex. It bothers me that I hear stuff like that, and you say that you weren't going to.
It bothers me that I know I didn't want to go there.
Okay, but why were you going to get
And I still went there.
have sex?
I'm going to keep dealing with this crap.
Lorne, you are not going to keep dealing with this crap? What am I supposed to say to my mother? Oh, God.
There's nothing different that I can tell you. I did what I did. I said what I said. There's no way for me to defend any of that.
Yeah, but you keep saying what you're not...
NBC had me by the balls.
Okay, but so it's NBC's fault?
It's my fault that I started talking to her. Not realizing how screwed up I was.
Okay, so...
What are you trying to get me to say, Ramona?
I don't know, Lorne, because I didn't...
I'm not going to tell you anything different than what I've already told you. I know I did not want to go there.
And you had no...
I don't understand to this day why I did.
And you have no intention of having sex.
Why do you keep trying to get me to say shit?
No, I'm just saying what you've said to me so many times. You have said to me many times that you had no intention of having sex.
And I still say I had no intention. I had no intention of going there. What I was doing was all talk. I had no intention of going there.
But
that's why I don't understand why at the last minute I went.
But buying condoms is not talk.
I know that. But I did not intend on going there until the last minute I wound up going. To this day, I don't understand why I did. That's what bothers me.
Maybe
I can't defend something that I did wrong. Well, not maybe I really wanted to.
No, I was saying...
I don't understand it.
Lorne, we both know the truth. You were going to have sex. You wanted to have sex with her. I mean, that's the truth.
I'm going to say that's the truth because I don't know if that's what would have happened or not. I'm glad it did not happen. I'm so fucking happy that NBC was there. After 9 months that I've been talking to you, you drilled it in my head that it's a good thing that NBC was there. I'm not going to say it's a good thing that NBC was there, but it's a good thing that the authorities were there.
Well, maybe NBC being there made it so that another child didn't get raped because they didn't want anything to happen like that to them.
That is probably a good thing. Bad thing is I never intended on even talking to a 13-year-old. Why I went in an adult chat room.
Lorne,
that's what the bad thing is.
Lorne, I know that you... Listen to me. I know that you... Look, think about all the things that I know about you. Let me just reason with you, okay? It's 9 months, as you've said, right? Lorne?
Yeah.
It's been 9 months. And in that 9 months, look at everything I have learned about you. And I'm still here. But look at everything I've learned about you. I've learned that there was some kind of theft from some old people. I've learned that you get drunk and are abusive. I mean, I've learned that you, well, in the call, I learned that you cursed out a boss. I mean, look at all of the bad stuff that I have learned about you, and I'm still here. And I want you, I really do, Mom. I really do. I just want you to be honest with me. Because here's the thing. I already...
You are the first person that I have ever been completely honest with.
Lorne, calm down. Listen. Lorne.
I have never told anybody everything that was in my head.
Lorne.
I am not lying to you about what I am telling you.
Lorne, I do think that somewhere in your mind that I want to say that in your mind, I think that you were so devastated by how your siblings had treated you. And you were so upset. And you were looking for love, and a part of love is sex. And I do think that you had found it. I mean, it was, sadly, it was fake, but I do think that you found it. And I mean, I'm not mad. Lorne, I will not leave you for telling me that you wanted to have sex with her. I believe that that's what happened, that you wanted that. I will not leave you for that. I just want you to be honest with me, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Lorne, please stop.
I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you something I've never told anybody that I wonder in my head. It makes me wonder.
What makes you wonder?
If I thought that having sex was something to keep somebody around so that I didn't lose love.
Wait, Lorne, are you crying?
Yes, hang on.
Okay, because I didn't hear any of what you just said.
I wonder if what I did, all the sexual stuff that I said, was a way for me to make sure I didn't lose somebody that I wanted to love me. That was showing me that they cared about me. Because of everything that I had been through and felt like nobody cared. That's something that I've never told anybody. It still passes around in my mind.
And you know that, like, by having... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So it's confusing. That's the reason why I get so confused about things.
Lorne, I mean, could it be, and, you know, and I agree with what you just said, and, I mean, don't feel like I'm, like, going to be mad because you liked other girls before you met me, because that's, like, not at all me. And you know me, I'm not a jealous person or anything like that. And, you know, and I had guys that I liked and whatever. But could it be that at that time in your life you did find what you wanted? You found the love that you wanted. You found the person that you wanted. It's just unfortunate that she happened to be, you know, underage.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't find what I wanted. All I found was somebody that was paying attention to me and listening to me, showing me that they cared about.
And so knew.
That's what I found, and I got lost in it.
And so, like, you know, no, I understand. And so, like, you knew that, basically, like, having sex with her.
I lost all thought of it being underage. I knew it. I lost all thought of it, and I still knew it. That's why I'm get confused about what happened. Because I knew she was underage. I still got completely lost.
But, like, you knew that, like, you know, if you had sex with her, that she would never leave you. And so, like, it was...
That's part of the stuff that was going on through my mind at the time. And at the same time, I still knew I didn't want to have sex with her, and I didn't, and I knew I didn't want to go there, and I never was supposed to go there until the very last minute when I went there, and I talked to her right before I went there, and told me to give her that big hug and kiss. And that, oh, God.
Lorne, the reason, and don't be mad at me, okay? The reason why, are you crying? Oh, what's going on?
That was the last time I saw it, but.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Well, I was just going to say, like, that the reason why I think that, are you okay?
Yes. This is, I had for 9 years.
Well, no, I was just going to say that. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing. I'm just, bud.
I'm really glad that you told me that he was put with good people, though. Damn it, TJ. I mean, I'm not mad at you or anything. I mean, I just think that, you just got caught up. I mean, the reason I think that you wanted to have sex is because you found someone who met your emotional needs, and, you wanted to have sex with them. I'm not mad at that.
I'm mad at myself doing what I did. I didn't want to go there, and I don't understand the whole thing. I don't know if I'll ever understand the whole thing. There's nothing that I can do about it. I did what I did. I can't take it back, and I wish to Christ I could, but I can't.
And I think, and I know that you wish you could take it back and everything. But I think, to me, I think that it was just that you had this hole inside of you, right? And this whole, emotions and love and all that stuff. And then you met this person, their age notwithstanding, and that hole was filled. And I mean, that's why I think that, you wanted to have sex. I'm not hounding you about that. I just don't want you to tell yourself that you didn't, only because it hurts you more. I think it hurts you more when you hide this from yourself, and when you deny this from yourself, and when you lie to yourself. I think you hurt more when you do that.
Yeah, but I'm not lying to myself.
Listen, Lorne.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, is I'm not lying to you, and I'm not lying to myself. I know I didn't want to go there. I don't understand why I did. Even when I went, I knew I didn't want to be there. I knew I didn't want to have sex with her. My thoughts were all confused that it was possible that I would.
Lorne, hold on a second. I gotta put my headphones in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, my headset needs to be charged.
I've never lied to you about anything. I I know I had mentioned the phone calls to you before, a long time ago, and that where I would bring the CDs, the DVDs, when they come up every next week to listen to what I have, what I got from the prosecutor. I never lied to you about anything, about the way that I felt, about my confusion, about not wanting to go there. I've never lied to you about any of it. I was just so confused at the time and so messed up. So much worse to God that I can take that back. I can't. I did it. I can't take it back. All I can do is try to understand why I didn't. It's still hard for me to understand. I still don't understand. Part of the reason why I'm in therapy.
Why?
I don't understand how I spent my whole life protecting kids, and all of a sudden I wanted to wind up doing that.
But I think, and I mean, listen, I think that admitting it, and Lorne, I mean, Lorne, stop blocking it out. You're putting up a barrier, okay?
Admitting what? That I wanted to have sex with her?
Listen. Don't put up a barrier. Because here's the thing. When you do that, you set yourself back and you hurt yourself.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And so you are traumatizing yourself every single time. Not because this thing happened and you have to live with it for the rest of your life, but because when you block things out and then you hear it again, it re-traumatizes you. Just like when I hurt my ACL and I ignored it, and then I did something, I moved a little too much, or I like when I went to Niagara Falls and I did a little bit too much, and at night I would be in pain. I made life harder for myself because every single time I did too much, I re-injured myself, or it was like getting injured again. And so I think that that's what you do with a lot of things. You block things out to the point where it's quite believable that you forget and that you tell yourself certain things. And then when you're faced with it, you get re-traumatized. As opposed to being faced with it and being able to say, yeah, I know, I did X, Y, and Z, and, I'm a different person now. You get re-traumatized every single time.
It bothers me that I did it.
I think more so what bothers you is that you can't be, I don't know how to say it, it bothers you because you, I'm trying to think how to word it, it bothers you because you can't make sense of it, because it sounds, you think it would sound
me. It's not me. That's what bothers me. I can't make sense out of it because it bothers me because I know that's not the person that I am. Was because I was so weak-minded and someone else was able to take over my thoughts of what I was doing. That was the only sense that I could make out of any of it.
What I want
that's what I went with, but I still wanted more, so I tried to find more psychology books.
What I want you to do is I want you to come to a place. Let's let's proverbially hold hands because we're over the phone, and let's walk to a place where you and me, but you can be comfortable in saying, I did this. I had bad intentions. I was a different person. I am a different person. And I was a different person back then. And I think if you can arrive at that, it's tough. It is tough. Because when you are on a show like Dateline and you get caught in that moment that you get caught and you realize everything is going to come crashing down.
You know what's really weird about that moment?
Why?
Like, that's when I woke up and realized, how the hell did I get here?
It's a rock bottom. And you have to hit a rock bottom. But the thing is that for you, like, I want you to be able to admit, hey, look, you know what? When you're talking to Emma, when you're talking to your probation officer, even your therapist, even your mom, you can tell them whatever the hell you want. But, you know, when you're talking to me, I want you to be able to be honest and not, and being honest is not saying what's at the top of your head. It's saying those things that you have completely blocked out. Because I think that you are re-traumatizing yourself every day. And I think the key to freedom is to search inside yourself and to, even if it's just to me.
I see I'm being honest with my therapist too, and with the class. Being as honest with them as I am with you. And it's obvious that I had bad intentions when I went there. But at the same time, I knew I didn't want to do anything. I knew I didn't want to go there, and
I think that
I don't understand any of what I did. I don't understand how I got to that point.
What do you mean?
I don't understand how I got to the point of where I went there.
I think that I think that people who are vulnerable and who are predisposed to how do I say, people who are vulnerable and who are predisposed to do certain things, when the stars align in a certain way, they can be made to do anything. When you look at, well, I know you don't watch crime shows, or I don't think you watch crime shows, but when you look at crime shows and you see all these stories of doctors and I guess in some cases maybe lawyers and actors and actresses and people who are pillars of their communities who murdered people or who did things that a lot of people would say are really horrible. The fact that they are a doctor doesn't make them, or a lawyer or whatever, doesn't make them any more or less likely to do those things. What you have is someone who most likely was a really good person. And because of the way that the Jenga blocks lined up, they found themselves doing something really bad. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of many cases where even judges, when you have a judge, I mean, someone who's a judge who ends up killing someone, they didn't say, hey, you know, I'm going to go through all these years of schooling to become a judge, and I'm going to go through all the elections and everything I have to do to sit on the bench, and then I'm going to throw it away by committing a capital crime. They don't say that. Most likely they're a good person, and the stars aligned in such a way that they ended up doing something really bad. And not because they didn't want to. I mean, they wanted to at that time. It's just the way that the circumstances lined up. Most likely they're a good person, and the stars aligned in such a way that they ended up doing something really bad. And not because they didn't want to. I mean, they wanted to at that time. It's just the way that the circumstances lined up. And so it would probably be easier for you to admit that you killed somebody than to admit that you wanted to have sex with this child. Now, obviously, killing somebody would serve a longer prison sentence, but I think what's been so hard for you is the fact that you have denied certain things and blocked out certain things so much now to the point that you're confused, you get re-traumatized, and you've ignored reality. You don't remember things because you've blocked it out, and you don't understand how you felt at the time. So you just kind of say, well, there were no feelings. I didn't want to do anything and whatnot. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. I understand it, but well, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense because I knew I didn't want to go there, and I don't understand how I got turned around. How I actually went there, and how I did all the things I did. Don't remember going there that night.
You don't remember going?
I remember on my way there.
But you've probably.
I remember that it had been lightning in the distance. I thought it was about turning around because Bud was afraid of lightning, and I was hit him with the table, and we got to a point where I walked further than what I thought it was going to be, and it took a long time for me to get to the next exit, and somewhere in between, I almost went down into the median to turn around and get on the other side of the interstate going south, go back home. I didn't know what was in the median. I went down in the bank. I didn't know what was down there, and I had a two-wheel drive truck, and I didn't want to get stuck. I was like, I'll just keep going to the next exit, and I'll turn around to the next exit and go back home. The next exit one being that exit that in the end.
Lorne, I want you.
I'll go over.
Lorne, this is what I want you to do, and this is what we're going to do tonight.
I've never told anybody that.
I didn't hear you. Say again.
On my way there, there was lightning in the distance. I was afraid of lightning. So I was hit under the table whenever it lightning.
Wait, what about lightning?
It was lightning that night.
Yeah.
The distance was lightning. It was coming toward Nashville. But I was afraid of lightning. He always hit under the table. And I almost turned around because of that. Didn't want to get him to be too far further than what I thought it was, and I was going to turn around the next exit, and it took a long time to get to the next exit. And in between, before I got to the next exit, I almost turned around in the median, almost go down into the median, turned around, got back on the road, going back to Nashville. But I didn't know what was in the median because it was dark. I couldn't see. It went downhill, then back up again. I didn't know if there was anything down there, if there was water, and I didn't want to get stuck. I only had two-wheel drive, so I kept going to the next exit, and the next exit wound up being the exit that she told me to take. So I decided I was that far, so I'd go.
Lorne, this is what I want you to do. Listen to me. Because we're going to do some exercises here, and I want you to set yourself free. And I'm talking to you as someone who, is from your personal life, but also someone who almost had a job doing this and helping people. How do I say it? I want you to, first thing I want you to do is I want you to realize that, okay, you are off the internet, so you're not, you've decided that you're going to stay off. So, any kind of like Church of God bullshit that people do, you're not going to see. And that's a good thing, but, you don't have to
see it because I still hear about it.
No, but here's the thing, though. Every now and then you get some bullshit letter in the mail or something like that. I think that if that, and it seems like that is the only, that's the only source of this kind of stuff that you're going to hear, right? Because nobody in your family, none of your friends, nobody is going to hound you about this thing. And I think what would have been easier is that if in the beginning you had told me all of the things that I found out tonight and the things that I found out in stride, I think that would have been easier, because now at this point, maybe back then we wouldn't have needed to have a conversation like this. So the fact that you didn't tell me that you blocked it out, and you need to not block it out. Here's the thing. Nobody in your life. That's the reason
why I drank.
You think the thing and everything is part of the reason you drank?
Being so confused, wanting to get away.
But that is just, it's not even a Band-Aid. It's turning your head the other way. It's seeing that a lion is chewing off your leg, and instead of fighting back, or instead of trying to, no, I don't want to use an example that involves animals like that. I'll say it's like if somebody gets gangrene, right? And let's say they have it on their pinky. And they say, well, if I just ignore it, if I just look the other way, I'll be okay. And so they just turn their head and they don't look at their pinky. Even though it has gangrene, it has an infection, they can see it, they can stop it and be okay. They decide they're going to turn their head and just look the other way. It's going to spread. And it's not going to stop spreading. And either they're going to lose a limb or two or three or four, or they're going to die. And this is what's happening here now. You're not going to die, but you have turned your head and you're suffering for it. And you will suffer, I promise you, you will suffer every day of your life that you denied things and that you make a false reality every single night. Or every single day, rather, but at night, too. Do you see how that's going to happen? What?
I come into terms with what I did.
But here's the thing. You literally have two choices. Literally.
I don't want to believe what I did. I know I did it. And that's,
But here's the thing, though. You literally only have two choices. You need to come to terms with what you did and say, yes, I wanted to fuck the girl. I was fucked in the head. I wanted to fuck her. That's why I bought condoms. That's why I wanted to, that's why I drove there. That's why I did all these things. You need to come to those terms, set yourself free, or you will suffer like you're doing right now.
that's the problem, no.
Lorne, listen. You will suffer every single day for the rest of your life.
That is my problem, though. I did not want to go there. That's what I have a problem with. I knew I didn't want to do that stuff. To understand why I did it is the hardest thing to do, to understand why I did what I did.
I think that the reason why is because you had found, and here's the thing, you don't have to understand it. I understand it. Your therapists understand it. Your counselors understand it. You don't need to understand it. You just need to, and I know it's hard, Lorne, it is fucking hard as hell. But you are going to suffer every single day. Don't you want to take back your life? I mean, answer me this. Have you lived one day since the sting? You truly lived one day since the sting. Lorne?
I'm here.
Have you lived one day? You know what I mean? Obviously you're alive. But have you truly lived one day since that sting operation? Lorne?
I'm here.
I want you to take back your life, and I'm trying to help you do it. You, and I'm telling you, you are not, you're not going to take back your life without
It bothers me that I could have done that.
But here's the thing, you didn't.
If I couldn't control myself with what I was saying on there, obviously I couldn't control myself going there because I went there.
But here's the thing, you did it, you had your intentions, you know what you were going to do, but you didn't do it.
I thank God every day for that.
But the problem that you are going to live with is that until you admit it, you're not going to be free. Because A, you're living a lie, and B, you're trying to convince yourself of something that deep down you know isn't true. And that's fucking hard.
I don't know it's not true that I didn't want to go there. I know it's true that I didn't want to go there. What's true, though, also is that I went there. I'm not going to say that it couldn't have happened, that it had all been stopped. It could have happened. Could have done something terrible.